This is The Bad Listener with Danny Stroh.
It's, it is what it is. I get to it when I get to it type of thing. I'm uh I'm 2 hours into a Bible every day, so music is the last thing on my mind now.
2 hours into a Bible every day.
Oh yeah.
That means you're reading.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hours of reading in a Bible every day, yeah.
It's crazy. You read it front and back, right?
Not really. So
That's monumental.
skipped a few parts, but for the most part, it's so if you understand like how the Bible was written, I read the entire story of the Old Testament, and then so after the actual story ends, then they give you like the Psalms, and then they give you the Proverbs, and then they give you they give you other stories that took place during that time. I read all those. I read all the story stuff, and then they give you the prophets. The prophets were very difficult for me to read. I didn't read Psalms and Proverbs because I understood what Psalms and Proverbs were, and I knew they were in a story. And in my head, I just wanted to read. I was all about the story, because Proverbs are just they're just like lines of life advice, like it's like reading a fortune cookie type of thing, where it's like they give you not a fortune, but they give you a line of advice for life. Like it's like life advice or whatever. It's great. The Proverbs are great, but I'm like, at the time, I'm like, I want the full picture of what's going on. Like I understand the life advice and I love it, but like I have to get the whole story. And also when I read it, I still didn't really understand what everything was. So like I was reading it to where like I got to something and I'm like, what is this? This isn't the story. I'm like, okay, next book. And then like, okay, this isn't like, and I'm like, okay, this is a story. So when you get to the prophets also aren't really a story. The prophets are written kind of like poetry in a way where they're God is talking through them. So they're talking about like a lot of it. Like I just finished Isaiah. I finished doing the deep dive into Isaiah. So the deep dive into Isaiah is when you go through it, it's just about like Isaiah talking about how God is going to punish them because they've all turned their back on him. And then how the people who are faithful to him, he's going to reward in the end. And it's kind of very repetitive with that throughout the whole thing. So I kind of like skimmed through, when I first read the Bible, I kind of skimmed through the prophets. I didn't read Psalms, I didn't read Proverbs, and I skimmed through the prophets. So like right now I'm going back and doing deep dives through the prophets. And then I'm also doing deep dives through the Gospels, only because if you just read the Gospels through and like don't understand every little thing that's said in it, like I did, like I was reading the Gospels like I'm reading a regular book, like, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened.
So with me.
Yeah. So which like is whatever. It's you get what you get out of it, but then like when you like hear somebody talk about it, right? Like I'll listen to podcasts where Joby Martin does these deep dives into like different little parts of a story in the gospel, and then I'm like, holy moly, I'm like, I didn't see any of that. Like, because I'll read something in the gospel like, well, that's weird, I don't really get that, okay, move on. Like you just kind of like move on and don't really understand what they were saying.
The language is kind of tough sometimes too,
The language is tough. Like I mean,
the translation.
The translation. I read it in the New Living Translation, which is an easier one, and it was still a lot of stuff I couldn't really understand. So, but like now I'm going back. Like I just finished Mark, and now I'm going to move on to Luke, and like you start to like really see all the meaning and all the words, and I'm really not doing it for fun at this point.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I enjoy it. That's not what I'm saying. I enjoy it, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I don't know if I would have chose to do this way. Well, I guess I did. I chose beforehand. I chose to do a deep dive into Isaiah before this all came about. But
you
yeah.
only do deep dives. That's one thing I love about you.
Well, I mean, I've already read the book, so there's really no way to do it anywhere else now. But now it's like it becomes more and more in depth, right? Because like I started doing a deep dive with like just a study Bible, and then like now I just bought like this software program called Logos. So what Logos is it lets you buy books and then cross-reference those books with the Bible in this program so that you can kind of like write a sermon. Well, you can understand all the text, right? So what you do is you buy a book, and it'll let you like open that book in the program next to the Bible, next to whatever you're writing. And then you can kind of like, use other programs to basically understand it better, I guess, or compact it better. But the idea is to like find other books, because any book of the Bible, right? Like I'm reading Luke right now. You can find 10 books, at least 10. There's probably like 100, but I found at least 10 books where like are just dedicated to Luke. Like the whole book is a deep dive on Luke. So somebody like wrote however many 300 pages just on this one tiny piece of the Bible.
Right.
It's a super deep dive. Now I've got 10 of those books.
You
and-
bought some?
Not yet. I didn't start the log. I just bought Logos, but I also ordered a new laptop because the laptop I have is not going to
I
be
feel
able
like you don't need that if you got like
What?
Mike and all these other books and like
with the I have Mike.
no, but seriously, like have conversations about it. Like,
Yeah, it's not that easy. I mean,
all right, but read books on the book, like do your thing, man. But I mean,
listen, I'm not saying everybody should be doing this.
Google stuff.
I'm in a position where, you know,
This is Danny Stroh.
I'm going to be teaching it, you know, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so it's one of those things where like I'm doing it because I love it, but also because it's what God wants me to do. It was God's
Yeah.
plan, right? So like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm just explaining the process, like the process that I'm going through right now, which is going to be different from what I'm doing. Well, I was doing, like it's going to change right now. But what I was doing was I was just using, I didn't even bring it. Did I bring? No, I didn't bring it down. But I have a life application Bible. So a life application study Bible basically like is the Bible. And then it kind of tries to break down everything that's said in the Bible, like
That's
under it.
huge.
Like, and it tries to like apply it, like how you would apply it to your
Right.
life. Like this is what Jesus said. And in today, this is what you would do with this. Like, you
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Like,
yeah, sounds helpful.
it's very helpful. It's great. And that's why I kind of use it to do all the videos I've done so far. So everything
I haven't
I've
watched them yet. Gotta be honest with you.
nobody
I'll get
has.
to
They
it.
have 2 views each. Nobody wants to watch it. I'm not doing it for the views. I'm doing it for my own, like, so I can speak about like what
Right.
I'm doing. You know, it's
Right.
practice.
I know
It's
you're
like,
practicing. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
sermons and all that.
right. I'm practicing. I'm trying to replicate what it would be as if I was
Trying
going
to
to write
build
a
up your
sermon, right?
confidence and
Build up my comfort
Comfort
with it.
level.
Like it works into a lot of different things. So like I was gonna say, okay, if I'm gonna start reading every book of the Bible and trying to really understand every aspect of it, I'll start with the Life Application Bible because it breaks everything down to where people can apply it in life. And that specifically, I feel like is important when you're doing a sermon, right? You want the people to understand what's written in the Bible so that they can apply it to their life,
you
right?
on their app.
Right.
Right.
So that's why I kind of chose that study Bible to do that. And that's what everything I have right now is based on that. And that's going to change to what I don't know yet because I haven't started it yet, but I'll, you know, you'll see when I start doing, when I get into Luke and
Yeah.
I'm starting Luke and Jeremiah. And when I do Luke and Jeremiah, those videos are going to be based on me doing crazy, crazy deep dives into books that are based only on Luke and Jeremiah. And hopefully I put a lot more work into it and hopefully they come out a lot better, but see what happens.
I just love the dedication, man. I really do. I really do.
I don't know if you like it or you're
No,
just
I
entertained
admire
by it. I
it.
feel
I'm
like people are
entertained by
like
it.
entertained by it.
I remember the
Like
night.
I'm a circus act for everybody.
No. Kind of. I might have said this to you before, and I remember the night before you got married, and your mom gave like a little bit of a speech, and she said something to the effect of like, if you know Danny, you know when he's in, like, you know, something to that effect. Like he is gonna know the ins and outs of things, and like I'm like,
Yeah.
and as soon as I heard, you know, from you that, you know, you get into Christianity stuff, I'm like, this guy's gonna be a pastor in no time, and like he's gonna like write his own Bible, and he's gonna like, I'm like, and it's happening, and it's like, I love to see it. I'm
It's funny because Zach said the
I
same
want to be
thing.
along for the ride, and like I just, part of me wants to like just not laugh, but like just smile, like just watching you go through this process, and like you know, it's nice to have someone like you to, you know, shoot texts off and thoughts about the Bible and Christ and
Yeah.
why we're all here, and you know those, and you did a great job, and
Thank
I just it's great to see, and keep going. Keep going. Not that
It's-
anybody can stop you because
Nah, yeah.
this is your thing.
No,
and,
you
like,
can't stop. I mean, God could stop me if he wants, but that's
nah,
up to
he's
him.
not going
He's,
to. He's doing his work. And it's good to see.
unless he finds something different for me to do. Yeah.
Nah.
No, I mean, this is,
It's
I don't know,
passion
man.
now, and
It's
awesome.
It's hard for me to explain. Like, you know, I try to, I don't know, relay it as best as possible, like where I'm at mentally as far as like where I want everyone else to be at mentally. And it's a tough situation because like when you've gone as far as I have, it's very easy
And not that much time.
and not that much time.
The whole thing
No.
started like November.
Yeah,
last year.
before I was married, I was probably like an atheist. I didn't think there was any God.
I remember talking to you about
Yeah.
like Rob finding Jesus
I hated it.
Christ,
Yeah, I
and like
hated
your
it.
mom. You know, it was like well, they found Christ kind of thing. Like, you know, you talked about it.
Embarrassed. Yeah.
You know, not embarrassed, just kind of
No,
like
I
not
probably was.
understanding it, and like
Well, I understood it the way that I
I've
understood
heard you tell
it.
the story, and I was like, I remember having these conversations with him, and like, you know,
Yeah.
remember one time, was it a Giants game that I think Rob drove us to one time? Picked us up from a Giants game or something.
He might have, yeah.
And I just remember he was like listening to like Christian rap. I'm like, oh boy.
It's
And
funny.
now it's just like, thank God he's doing so great and awesome. I love Rob. But I remember looking at you and being like,
Well, that was my perspective. Yeah, my perspective
No.
was like, all right, it's helping it's helping them, so whatever, you know.
Yeah,
but
right.
I couldn't buy in, and then
you're very rational. You're very evidence, very.
I think I don't know.
Oh, you still are. I mean, you know, but you've seen it and felt it and everything, so you're in.
Well, yeah,
Right?
it's the perspective from my perspective to your perspective is going to be very different, right?
Right.
Like I'm in a position where there's my faith is so secured by what God has shown me and you know, basically told me. I can't really explain it in a way that somebody else is going to understand. So it's like, it's very hard for me. Like I can understand now where my family was then. And I don't want to make the same mistakes that they made. Not that they did anything terribly wrong.
You did a good job
they
of that.
were, you know, I want to be able to try to relay what I'm experiencing to everybody in a way that's going to help them, or, you know, it's just weird. Like there's a lot of ways to go about it, you know, and like there are ways where people try to get people into Christianity by telling them they're going to hell. And I'm like, that's like the worst way to try to get somebody into reading the Bible, is telling them they're going to hell. It's just, it's nuts. So it's like, it's this battle. It's almost like this mind game of like, how do I reach people in a way that makes sense? But I don't know, man. I mean, like I've had people, a lot more people reach out to me to talk about it than I thought. So I guess I'm doing something right. I don't know.
You're doing it in a way that you're saying, not being judgmental, not being questioning, or like, you know, like you're not being judgmental, which is, you know, how I think you felt.
Yeah.
You know, when your family went that way, it was like, oh, Kim Stanley, you know, like a non-believer, like whatever, like, you know, like,
right.
But you're not doing it that way, and I
Right.
think that's like, you know, I've seen it through the podcast with Mike.
Well, it's through.
But you're like asking real people questions. Like you're asking good questions that people want to know, and you're asking like good non-Christian believer or devoted or whatever questions. Like you're, you know,
Right.
You know what you're doing. I mean, you know,
a lot of the questions I relay to Mike are questions that people come to me with that I don't really have the answers to, or I didn't, at least. You know, I kind of made it a thing where that was why we did that episode on Genesis 1, because a lot of the problems that people had with the Bible were in Genesis and in the beginning, and all this stuff in Genesis 1 through 11, which I agree are very hard to understand and are written very weird. And, you know, you got to look at it from a certain way or whatever. But kind of like all right, for example, what I would have preferred to do, like for this, or for a conversation with you, is you tell me what would stop you from reading the Bible or being 100% both feet in, right? And you'd be like, well, I've got a problem with this. I don't know about this. I got questions about this, right? And if I don't have the answers, which I might not, maybe I do, I don't know, then I'd be able to go to Mike and be like, okay, Mike, what do we say to somebody like, and I did that with him the first two episodes. I did that with him. People came to me with I can't because of this. I got a problem with this. I got a problem with this. And it was kind of like, okay, these are all the problems that people came to me with that I can't explain. Like, but that's why it helps, because if you have a problem with something, a million other people could too.
100%.
And if I can get that and if I can answer your question, I can answer that question for 100 million other people, then that's a one step closer for them picking up the book
Yeah.
or going to church or
Right.
giving it a second thought.
Give it a
at
second
least.
thought. Give it a
Just
chance.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like ideally that's you know
that podcast you did where you were just like, all right, so can I with Mike? I feel like it went. What was Mike? But it was very nice to meet him, by the way, and his wife, and I hope the baby's doing well and everyone's doing well. But there was a part in I guess it was the first podcast where you talk about like secular, which is like a dumb word in my opinion, but against Christianity,
Gentile.
yeah.
That's-
Okay, these big like legal terms, like it's like so like
well, I guess the only
whatever,
other-
but
yeah, okay.
Christian versus non-Christian music. I'm like,
Right.
if I listen to the non-Christian music, am I like, sinning or some bullshit?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and he handled the questions well, and it's like, they're good, but like, it's not a sin to listen to Wynton Marsalis or I don't know, collection history of American blues, whatever, like it's like,
No.
it's, and like I was kind of surprised. The answer was good, and I agree with it. And it was kind of like he referenced like dancing in a club with like some like dirty wop or something. Like I'm like, all right, well, obviously,
Right.
I'm all to that anyway,
Right.
so I'm not
Right,
worried about like
right,
but like
right.
I don't know where I'm going with that, but it was a good answer. But it was also interesting how you said it in your how country music kind of brought you towards that direction. How they like. The artist would thank God. The artist would like give thanks to Christ, and like,
Yeah.
like that was an interesting take on your part, and kind of made me realize too, like, he's right, like,
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the answer really is.
But to go like totally non-secular, so I cut you off. But like, really? I mean, like, there's so much music out there, and you could do this instrumental stuff. You could do like
right. And when it comes to
peaceful
instrumental
music
stuff,
and
I mean,
not,
to
like-
how do you even differentiate
there's no
between?
words. So
Right. Exactly.
and you go to
Exactly.
church, you get the organs.
Well, you could say, well, the guy who
Defending
made
it
it
is a-
believes in Jesus, or the guy who made it doesn't believe in Jesus.
Right.
Sure, you can go by
devil
that,
worship,
and I'm
I
sure you
guess,
can
probably,
find.
but like,
No, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, who knows? Wynton Marsalis could be a dedicated Christian, and we would never know, right? Because
I would bet he is.
he probably is. I mean, who knows? But I think that the point
New Orleans is a very spiritual town.
of,
He's a big part of that.
I think the point is like you don't want to listen to music that is going to pull you away from God or pull you in an opposite direction.
The opposite
that's
direction.
gonna-
Yeah.
I mean, and like, people look at hip hop that way. It's like, well, there's a lot of negative aspects in hip hop. Well, you listen to it cursing all day, then maybe you're going to start cursing, and that's not pulling you closer to God. You know what I mean? The idea is like me, like I have a cursing problem. I do. Like it's very hard for me to control it. Not even just cursing, but just taking the Lord's name in vain. I constantly do it. I
yeah.
say Jesus Christ at least 1,000 times. I wish I could stop that. And
Right.
maybe I can someday.
Right.
But the idea is if I have a problem with cursing, listening to secular hip hop is not going to help that problem. Like,
Right.
You know what I
Right.
It's going to, if anything,
Right.
make it worse, right? I mean, that
Yeah.
ideally. So, I mean,
If you have a lust problem, it's not going to help that. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
Whatever it is.
Right.
I'm-
Whatever your problem is, right? Like I can sit here and say, like, listen, I don't have a problem with anything and I can listen to whatever music I want and it's not going to affect me. And for the most part, that's probably true. I don't, not that I don't have a problem with anything, but I'm saying like, I don't have an issue that I'm dealing with where if I listen to a music that's, made by somebody who's not a Christian and it's not in the Christian values, that I don't think it's going to affect me in a way that's going to be, that's going to make that much of a difference. Like I don't think it's going to have a negative effect on me. You can make the argument of subconsciously it could. It's like, okay,
but I mean-
maybe. I mean, I would have to see some type of noticeable, I mean, it's hard to debate that type of stuff. It's one of those things where like, listen, if it doesn't make you feel good or if it feels wrong, like then don't listen to it. Like I don't think anybody has to listen to anything. Listen, I'll be honest with you. That was like one of the biggest things I was against, even like after I was considering myself a Christian, was like, I will never listen to Christian music. It is horrible. It's unlistenable. I can't do it. But really what happened was, well, it's a few things, but there's different genres of Christian music that I didn't really know existed. And there were also like bands that I didn't know were Christian that were putting out good music. So it's like all these different levels, right? And you can even look at countries. So country is the biggest entryway because a lot of country artists are Christian, right? They may not talk about Jesus in every song, but they will thank, like you said, thank Jesus and thank God in every album or every time they get an award or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's an easy one, right? Hip hop is a weird one because there isn't really.
Can't do hip hop flat out.
Okay.
Can't. It's like metal, like new metal. You just can't do.
Well, you can't do hip hop in general or Christian hip hop.
General.
Oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
It's just.
But it's funny because there's these artists right now creating this. And it's weird to say, it's almost like a genre that doesn't exist outside of Christian music. It's like they're blending hip hop with rock and pop music, and it's like this.
Linkin Park.
It's not like Linkin Park's like metal though. It's if I had to compare, I can't. I'll send it to you and you could listen to it. But it's.
You know, I feel like. I just feel like there's a time and place for everything, and like, you know, God's always with us and everything. But like when I'm listening to music, maybe it's because I listen to like a decent amount of instrumental. Like it's like my separate time. Like if I want to pray, if I want to talk to God, whatever, that's that time. Like it to be like all consuming. God music, God talk, God prayer. Like it's just like, let me just listen to Wisdom Marsalis for a bit. Let me just listen to a stupid podcast about being married with kids and like, you know, relating to things. Like to be like, I gotta even listen to Christian music. It's like,
no, you don't have to.
I know you don't have to. I don't, to be honest with you. But it's nice when you hear a song and it's like, praise God. It's like, oh, we're, you know. But I mean, like to like I said, I really don't listen to a ton of music. I listen to a lot of conversations, talks, when some are, you know, God related, Christianity related. But like to be consumed by it, I feel like you're missing something else in life. I don't know if that's frowned upon or not, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying.
I know you listen to secular music.
Yes, I listen
like,
to everything.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you listen to like sports radio, you listen to like, you know, there's other things in life, although it's consuming, all consuming, but there's
I completely agree. I understand what you're saying.
I also feel like that take that where I just come from is a good perspective to kind of draw people in, which is kind of like this podcast. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's nice to hear you do the Christianity thing, and it's really nice to hear it. It really is, truthfully. But it's also nice to hear you music, sports, life, dad life.
Sure.
You know, without mentioning scripture. I'm just saying, but it's a nice combination there, and I feel like that's life. You know, like
it is. Yeah, it is. It's
But then again, you're like becoming a pastor before my eyes, which
is awesome, I mean, you know what it is? It's not. It's what happens is you find how to integrate God into every aspect of your life, but not in an overwhelming way. And I understand what you're saying. I've been where you know, where you kind of feel like, all right, it's almost like it's too much. Like you know, you're almost like, all right, all the Christian stuff is too much. Like let's just do, you know. But that, you know, that's a big thing where people talk about, like, listen, if you're only doing church on Sundays and that's your extent of Christianity, then it's like,
I get that. But it's somewhere between.
It's an in-between until it's weird. Listen, this is all I'm going to say. It's your walk with God is a journey. And hopefully if you never say, okay, I'm going to stop this journey, and you continue on it, you kind of like embrace as much of God and Christianity as you can, right? Like I live in the world. I understand that like every aspect of my life isn't gonna revolve around Christianity, and it doesn't. And and to be honest with you, there's more aspects where I wish it did. Like it's almost like I wish I had opportunities to like today, for example. I love to pray with my family. We all hold hands and pray before we eat our meal every time we eat dinner. And we couldn't today because my son was throwing an absolute fit. I think because he had a stomach ache. We're really not even sure. Either a headache or a stomach ache. He wasn't really telling us, but he was screaming like a high-pitched scream, and it completely upended dinner. I had to eat with Hunter, and then we had to switch, and then Kristen had to eat by herself, and I had to sit with Trey. It was like a whole big thing. So we didn't pray today. It kind of like bothers me. It's like, I like praying with my family before dinner. It stinks, like, you know, and you kind of like time will go by between, you know, like something will happen and you're like, I wish I would have prayed with Hunter before we went to bed or something. But it's just, it's one of these things where
I didn't today either pray before dinner, so we always do.
Yeah. So
and I put him in bed to say goodnight prayers, but thanks, Dan. Sorry.
Well, then we're on the same page because I didn't get to. Yeah.
I kind of snuck out tonight.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it becomes one of these things where, at first it seems overwhelming, and then if you do the three, the three things that I believe everybody should do, and that's pray every day, read at least one chapter of the Bible a day, which will take you 20 seconds, maybe. I don't know. A chapter is like a page, so I don't understand why people can't do that. Pray every day, read a chapter of the Bible every day, and go to church every Sunday that you can. If you did those three things, your relationship with God would grow to in a point where every part of life is going to just become better and better and easier, and your appreciation for life becomes so much more. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I think if you did those three things and didn't divert from those three things, and when I say pray every day, I'm not saying pray with your family or do some type of 3 Hail Marys and 2 Alpha. I just talk with God. Just silence and just talk with God. Thank him for everything you have, because that's the main thing. He's given you everything you have. You wouldn't have anything without him. You thank him for everything you have. And then you ask him for whatever you need, right? Which was my biggest, for a long time, I could only pray and give thanks because I felt like I wasn't, I felt like if I asked for anything, it would be like I'm being greedy. Like, how can I ask for anything more? I'm like, why would he want to give me anything more? He's already given me everything. I already have this great life. Like, I'm going to ask for more. Like, so like, and then I started like, okay, well, this person has cancer. I'm going to ask him if he can like, get rid of this person's cancer. Right. You're like, that's not good. And then you kind of like, you learn that. Right. But then you learn that you actually have to like surrender everything, right? Like you have to give your whole life to him. So whatever, like he actually wants your burdens. He wants you to ask for help for whatever you need help with. So like, let's say
credit card debt.
Sure. I did. Dude, I can tell you a story right now. And I don't know if
Please pray for me.
I'm trying to think if I should, if there's a reason why I shouldn't. All right. I'll tell the story. I don't think my father won't care, but so this whole summer, like we were like paycheck to paycheck for a while. We had a bunch of things we had to pay off. And it was a big argument between me and Kristen all the time where money, I have to go to work. She doesn't want me to go to work. She wants me to stay home and help her, but we need to pay the credit cards. What do we do? Like all this constant argument, constant stress. And I was like, all right. And then I started reading about surrendering your problems, and I'm like, okay, I have to do that. Like I thought, like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna ask him for help with this. Like it's just like I can't ask him for help. Like he's given me so much already. He's got other things he's got to like. And the idea is you're supposed to ask anytime where you're in a situation where you need help. You ask for help. You listen. I'm surrendering this issue to you. I can't do it. I need your help. Right. So I did that. I prayed to God. I said, listen, I don't know what's going on with my financial situation right now. I don't know what me and Kristen are fighting all the time because of it. I'm giving this all to you. I can't, whatever, it's in your hands now. I'm doing everything I can do. Whatever the outcome is, I don't know what the outcome, like it's on you. I'm doing my best, but I'm surrendering it to you. I need your help. Right. And I did that. What?
Bank of Dad.
A week later, my dad decides to write each of his kids a check for $8,000 because he felt like it. And the one thing you know in life is there are no coincidences. Everything is God.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the chances?
Did you tell him that?
I didn't actually. I didn't even thank him for the money yet. I actually have to. I thanked God for the. It was
Thank
God.
you, Jesus.
No,
Yeah.
he well, what happened was because I was working around the clock. My so every for actually good for you too. If you what are you doing? Doing something on Friday? Okay, so what I was to say is every Friday, my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, we all get together and we do a Bible study. But it's
His
not like
dad's into the Bible?
he's into spending time with his family. He believes in God, but he's having trouble with Jesus. But he's getting there. He'll get there.
If Danny get there.
He'll get there. But anyway,
That's cool. Where?
he reads the Bible with us. I mean, he sits there. So we every Friday night, we 4:30 to like 7:30, we go to my brother's house. 4:30 is a bad
3
time.
hours.
3. Sometimes it runs to 9:30.
Aye.
Basically, all the kids run around the backyard, and then like we'll talk about our week and like our walk with God, and then we'll read a chapter out of the Bible together, and then we basically just we'll do a prayer for everybody. Whatever. It's a communal family.
Good family.
We all get together and do this, right? But my brother. So this week, whatever my brother and Heather have going on, they can't do it at their house. We're actually doing it at my house on Friday night. If you and your family would like to join, but yeah, no, my brother started opening it up to, and he was like, "Listen, anybody who's like slightly interested in getting involved with this, because he started bringing like a guy from work who started reading the Bible or something, and my dad started bringing his friend, the friend who was actually I'm supposed to have on here. Did I tell you the story with this guy?" My dad's friend. So my dad, obviously, recovering alcoholic.
Yeah.
He had a friend who was, he had a friend years when I bought the house. They were like best friends at the time, and then his friend decided to start drinking again, so they weren't friends anymore, or whatever. And then I guess at some point in the fall, he decided to get sober again, and contacted my father like, "Hey, can you go to a meeting with me? I want to, whatever." And he gets 30 days sober, whatever was my father saying. And he was home by himself and basically wound up having a heart attack and a stroke at the same time. Like basically like was just able to call 911 before he went unconscious.
Yikes.
Right. Which is his big thing, because his whole thing was if I was still drinking, I would have even been able to call 911 and that would have been it. Like whatever. Calls 911, ambulance gets there and is able to take him to the hospital, keep him alive or whatever. But he was in a coma. 37 days. Yeah. And then winds up coming out of it. And he's walking around now. Like he was after that, he was in a hospital bed for months, physical therapy, and he couldn't talk for the first month or whatever. They had to cut, do the, what do they call it? What's the name of it again? They cut the hole in your throat and put the whatever. Yeah. He was in bad shape for a while. And now like, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do your podcast. Let's go. I'll tell my story."
Nothing cold.
Wild, man.
Did he have like a dying Saint
He's
Peter
got
moment?
a story.
He's got
He's got a story, and it's not what you would think. It's he can tell you where he was and the room he
Did
was
he like
in.
see like his body?
No,
That kind of thing.
it was like he was in his body, but he was. I don't know. I was trying to save it for the podcast when he comes on to talk about it, and I don't want to butcher it either because he told me
save it.
bits
You're
and
just gonna butcher
pieces. Right, exactly. So, but yeah, he wanted to come on. Him and my father were supposed to come on, and he was going to tell his story, which hopefully he
Good
does.
for his dad. I didn't really
Hopefully-
see. And obviously knew he was recovering and a big AA guy, but good for him.
Yeah,
How long's he been? I didn't really see he was like Christian. Like,
He's not really.
well, I didn't really see he was even
He's
entertaining it.
So yeah. He's entertaining. Yeah, I guess that's a good word. It's funny though because he got into. It was a point where like I didn't believe in God at all, and because he was in AA works on a higher power. Works on it kind of like in order to be in AA, like you have to believe in a God, right? Like whatever God you want, there's a God.
Help me through.
Yeah, because of the way the book is written, like the AA book. I forget what they call it, whatever the book is called, the guy who wrote the book. But anyway, yeah, so it's like he's having God conversations and be like, "You got to believe in God." Like, and like now I'm like, "You got to believe in Jesus." And he's like, "Nope." But But no, he entertains the idea. I think what it is like he doesn't know, and he had this idea in his mind, but because I mean, theoretically, he was believing in God before any of us were. So before my mom was saved, because he went into AA before my mom was even saved, and then after my mom was saved, my sister and my brother got saved after. But like he had his version of God before all that. So now it's like, now we're coming to him with like, okay, this is who God really is. And it's like, well, I've been, like he's already had it in his head for so long. So it's like to try and change that is tough. He's had this version of who God is, and it wasn't Jesus. And to now convert that idea into, all right, you gotta read the Bible. It's Jesus. Like, you gotta know. And he's kind of like, we'll see. Like, he's just being stubborn about it, I guess, but he's entertaining it. I mean, like he's giving it a shot, and it's one day, maybe it something clicks, that's the thing. Like, you just don't know what flips a switch in somebody. You know what I mean? Like my family tried for so many years and like nothing worked. And it's like these little life experiences I had one after another just started flipping these switches that they couldn't figure out how to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what to say to somebody specifically that's gonna, like, I say plant that seed in their head, and then it starts. I'm such a hypocrite. It took me 7 years. It took me 7 years to go from atheist to where I am now. And like, I'm such a hypocrite that I can't convert my father in a day. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's like you get frustrated. They say you get frustrated because it's like you try to tell somebody about Jesus and they're like, yeah. And it's like, okay, but what you don't understand is what you already said might make them a Christian 7 years from now. But it's like, I don't want to wait 7 years.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's why I say it's a long journey. It's not an overnight thing, at least for most people.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, a lot of people who have had Catholic like upbringings are
not very, but definitely Catholic upbringing.
I mean, I had a Catholic no, but I'm saying like they're like a lot of people. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. I'm not into organized, and it's funny, and it's like the disservice that the Catholic Church is doing.
I feel like all the churches, honestly, like I know Catholics like is a popular one, but like I think that like unless it's a church that's really focused on the Bible and the true story, and the like, that's what they circumvent themselves about. I think like it's just not a show, but it's like you just kind of do it because your family did it, or just kind of did it because you grew up that way. But like, and I also think it's kind of weird how many different, I don't know, call them groups, or like there's Lutheran, there's Catholic
denominations. Yeah,
like,
it's
but you're all talking about the same. Like, why are we so separated? I feel like it's like so I'm a godfather to this awesome little boy named Henry, and he's Lutheran, so it makes no difference at all in anything. But like, it was the first time going to, when he was baptized, I went to a Lutheran church, and I was like, kind of felt like a traitor or an outsider. Like, felt like it's priest,
the same God,
it's the same thing, it's the same book, it's similar songs. They seem to be a lot more fun, Lutherans and Catholics. Like the priest was like, apparently you can marry gay, because that's
Lutheran.
In Lutheran.
Oh wow,
that's my godson's got 2 moms.
Oh, okay.
So that's okay in that church, but not okay in that church. But we're still, again, the core is the same. Like, we're same book, we're same faith, are we not? I mean, I don't know why there's so many different. Like, I don't get that part of the, like, and that's not the church is usually the Catholic Church. So I don't get why, and it's got to be stupid, like political or old ancient reasons. But like, why are we not just?
Well.
Why is there a difference between Lutheran and Christian Catholicism? Like, and that's just an example, but like, it's almost like 2 siblings like not getting along. Like, oh, I don't want to hang on him. Like, it's like what's the big difference?
No,
is there a big difference?
There are differences,
but does it really matter? Like, what? Like,
well, the idea is that all the denominations, right, are just so you have the Bible, and then you have like people who came along after the Bible and said, hey, the Bible says this, so we're going to do this. And it's kind of like, okay, but the Bible doesn't say to do that. You're saying to do that. And that's kind of just like what all these different people did. Like the Lutheran Church, that's Martin Luther. Martin Luther came along and said, well, I've read the Bible and the Bible says this, so that means we should all do this. And it's like, well, that's just your opinion, though, right? Like you're interpreting well, it's not even really an interpretation. It's like, I mean, like,
but we're all believers in Christ and Jesus.
You're all believers in Christ, and you're all supposed to follow what the Bible says. So it's the idea of these other churches is just like they've got like other made up rules that maybe some people agree with, like, you know, oh, I agree with the Lutheran rules. Like they make sense to me. And it's like, okay. And it's the same thing with like Catholicism. Like I agree with all these Catholic rules that they made up, but like they're not in the Bible. Like they're not, like Jesus didn't say it. Like it's just like people said it after.
It sounds like nitpicking. Like it's like yesterday I was at the South Shore Swim Club with the kids and Joe's kids, and it started to rain, so we left. But on the way out, I heard these two moms talking, and they're like, yeah, we really want to move to South Carolina, but there's no Catholic church in the area. I'm like, I get that, but like you can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing.
There's definitely some. You go like upstate and you go to like rural areas, there's like 10 churches. Church of this saint, Church of Later Day, Church of Jehovah's Witnesses. It's like you'll find something and like.
Well, I think it becomes part of your identity. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm Catholic. It's part of my identity. I can't go to another church. I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic. The funny part about it is
Lutheran
like
church was a little awkward for me. And like honestly, going to like even like your church, it's like kind of cheating on the Catholic church. Not entirely, but like
listen,
I do
if
get
the
that.
Catholic Church is what you like, then that's fine. But like the idea is everything that they're doing in the Catholic Church are ritualistic things that people made up after the Bible. Mm-hmm. Like the whole idea behind a non-denominational church like mine is we're going just what the Bible says. Right? Like you can come in just like however you want. Like that's how Jesus was. Jesus was come as you are. Like there was no you have to wear a suit to go to church. Like
90s song.
But I mean, that's like the whole idea is that when you have a non-denominational church, like we're living life by what God and Jesus said in the Bible. There's nothing else. We're not adding anything else. Like we get like, I'm getting baptized on the 23rd, but that's because John the Baptist baptized people in the Bible. He never baptized an infant though. There was no infants getting baptized in the Bible. That's completely something made up afterwards. No baby was ever baptized in the Bible. If you want to baptize your baby, fine, but that's a ritual that was made up after the Bible.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's fun. That's the whole thing. It's like you want to do these things. You're not sinning by doing these things. It's not wrong.
Right.
They don't mean it. It's just for fun. You're doing it for funsies. It's not like you don't have to do those things to get into heaven, is what I'm trying to say, right? Like there are things you have to do to get into heaven. That's not one of them. Like communion and confirmation, completely made up. You don't have to do those to get into heaven. Like you can do them if you want. Sure, go ahead, do them.
Yeah.
It's like a whole bunch of stuff like that. Like it's
the whole history of it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you go back and realize, like, okay, all these things in the Catholic Church that I was raised on, like they're all things that were just added. That like that's why it's Catholicism, because a group of priests came along and said, okay, we're going to start doing this because John the Baptist baptized people to find God, but we want your child to find God as soon as he's born. So we're going to baptize him as soon as he's born, and he's going to have no sin. And it's like, okay, that's an idea. That's an idea, right? Okay. It kind of makes sense when you could sell it and it makes sense. But ideally, the whole purpose of getting baptized was you're making a conscious decision
be baptized.
To be baptized because you're dedicating your life, you're repenting of your sins and turning to God. You're dedicating your life to God. You can't do that as an infant. You don't know God as it, like, you know what I mean? Like it kind of takes that, you know.
Timmy's baby was a goddaughter.
You got a lot of godchildren. Three. Wow.
God bless them all.
That's also another thing that was made up.
Hey, keep your Christianity stuff over there, okay? I'm Catholic over here. No, but it was funny. It was like, your sins have been forgiven. She's like 2 months old. It's like, what'd she do? No, I get it. It's like it's a show kind of thing, but it's a tradition.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, it's a ritual.
And listen,
yeah.
And if that's all you know, then that's all you know. And a lot of people won't.
Well, I think the problem is that's where it stops. That's where the Catholic participation stops is like the sacraments. You don't really go to church. And honestly, I don't go to church as much as I wish I did, but it's almost like it's not serious. Like it's not like
it's just different. It's just
but
not.
There are also people that go every Sunday. There are people that
to Catholic Church
after say the Rosemary, the Rosary Club, do the like there are people involved. Being around St. Clair's now, you see it more and more. But in general, I would say like Mid Island, South Shore, Staten Island, growing up, like it was all everyone was CYO basketball. Everyone was, but nobody.
No, yeah.
So it was kind of like just a thing you did, but yeah, it's just interesting how many the sectors, what do you say? The denominations. Yeah. So many denominations, and
there is, and
it's crazy, and it's like, are we all?
We're supposed to be.
We're not Muslim. We're not.
We're
Jewish,
supposed
to
be.
Like
we're all following the same book, but like I said, it's people just coming up with these different practices that, all right, we want to practice this and we want to practice this, and it's fine. But the problem is with like you're saying with Catholicism and people like not going to church you're missing the whole point though. You're missing the whole point is to have a relationship with God. If you're not going to church and you're not praying and you're not reading the Bible, then you're not going to have any relationship with God, and you're missing the whole point.
Right, but you could pray and read the Bible and not go to church. I feel like a church is like not the least.
It's because you haven't been to my church yet, Ken. I'm sorry, but listen, it's just not the same. I went to Catholic church growing up.
Well, yeah. But honestly, for me, it's not that church is boring. It can be. Like we went on vacation in Florida. We found a church. We went to church, like the Catholic church. Beautiful, beautiful Catholic church. Really awesome. It's honestly.
You should have found a non-denominational church, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just like our traditional spot in Florida. It's
okay. Okay.
St. Patrick's in Jupiter. It's fantastic. It's sick. It's got this crazy campus, which I know they do that in the South, but it's not for lack of wanting. It's not for lack of. It's just working the bar till 3-4 in the morning, and I just can't get up for work. I can't get up for church, which is why I'm this Saturday gonna go to 5 o'clock mass and then go right to church. Figure it in. But
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock mass Saturday.
Okay.
So that I don't have to worry about it Sunday morning.
Okay. My church is at 12 o'clock, just so you know. It's pretty late. So
I'm pretty sure we have 12:30, but yeah, it's Sunday.
12:30 is too late.
No, I don't know. It's all excuses, but
I know. But it's all right. Listen, all I'm trying to say is like what I would get out of Catholic church growing up compared to what I'm getting out of church now is
growing up.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother topic we can get into. Why did they, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole point of the church is to make sure that everybody is on the same page and that we're all, listen, man, I mean, I'll tell you this, the church I go to is not boring. It's everybody knows each other's name. We in the basement, we have coffee and bagels together. Our kids play together. It's a community. And it's great.
Yeah.
And it's not like what I had growing up with Catholic Church. And it's not bashing Catholic Church. I'm just saying it's different. It's different. And I understand when people say, well, I don't want to go to Catholic Church. I don't want to go to Catholic Church. I didn't. I stopped going to Catholic Church. And I didn't enjoy it. I don't know anyone who told me they enjoyed going to Catholic Church.
I know.
But I tell you what, I enjoy going to church now. And it's a non-denominational church that's based just on the Bible. And it's doing what the Bible said to do, creating a community of Christians who care and love for each other. And like that's what means the most. And I don't know. It's a hard sell. Everyone's been to church and they hate it, and that's why it's a hard sell to get somebody.
To be honest with you, no, I do. I know it sounds like
you just said I don't want to go every week.
Well, because I'm up too late on Saturday nights.
Okay,
hopefully end soon.
I was gonna say you're gonna get a new job, right?
But yeah. It's just. I mean, someday you might turn around and be like, holy shit, Kenny's here.
I hope I do, Ken.
Yeah, I know.
I listen. I'm not even saying come to my. I'm saying go to any church.
Does Rob go? You guys all
separate on Sundays? No. All right. I'll tell you the story with Rob. So me, Emma, and her husband Brandon, and my mom.
Your mom goes?
My mom goes.
She had like a Forest Avenue place.
She did. That was Salem.
Uh-oh.
No, yeah, Salem was on Clove. She used to go to Salem. I don't know if she went anywhere after Salem,
Right.
but she she went to this place afterwards. But I think the only reason that we started going here was because of Emma, because her husband grew up with Pastor Mike. So they've known each other since they were like kids. They went to Gateway together when they were like 10 or whatever.
I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Emma's husband, Brandon. You ever meet him?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
him and Mike grew up
him and Mike
church.
went to Gateway Church together. Right. And that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I kind of heard bits and pieces of that, but
anyway, so they only started that church. We were trying to figure out the other day, either right before COVID or right after COVID. They were saying it was either right before, like either 2019 or 2020. The one I go to, Holy Mountain Ministries.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Fran and Mike, I guess, started that, only 6-7 years
is Mike's
ago.
wife.
No, Fran is Mike's mother, who was the sole pastor until Mike started. I think he started pastoring maybe a couple of years after they opened, but for a while it was just his mom, Pastor Fran. His wife is Gabi. She's the worship leader, but her grandfather is the guy who started Gateway Church. Mike's mom is the one who started Holy Mountain Ministries.
Gotcha.
Back like 7 years ago, whatever. But and now I forget the question that you asked me to begin with. Anyway. Where Rob, right. All right. So I think Emma and Brandon heard about it when it opened because Brandon knew Mike, and I guess Mike might have reached out to Brandon saying we started a church, whatever. So I think they started going like during COVID. I know that like that's how they got a lot of people to start going there, is because they stayed open every Sunday when a lot of churches were closing during COVID or whatever. And then I guess they told my mom, and my mom started going there since what happened at Salem was the pastor that she liked there had moved to like another church or something, and the new pastor she wasn't like crazy about, so she was looking to get out of there or whatever. What?
Maybe you wanted Danny Whittick to marry you. Your mom was like, "No, I gotta have the pastor from the church." Is that the guy that moved? I remember that being a thing. I was so pumped for Danny Whittick to do your wedding.
No, the guy who did my wedding was
your mom was like, "Nope."
The guy who did my wedding was a pastor that my mom had known. That was
Salem.
They weren't from Salem. They had their own church called Movement, which actually they don't even have anymore. Now they're in Jersey, but that's
another thing. How these
Steve and Melissa
churches just pop up like they're like small businesses. Not that I'm saying like in for profit, but like it's like
no. I mean, I think it's hard, man. It's a hard thing to keep going. It's hard to get a following. Like, listen, I mean, like
how do you start a church?
It's tough. How do you get people to go to your church?
Just go to a church that's got a following and become a pastor. No, like why would you?
Yeah, but what do you want to start your own?
I mean,
it's hard.
It goes back to like,
I mean, somebody eventually is going to start their own. It's tough. Yeah, no, I get it.
It's like taking over.
We're
established place.
We're a small congregation. We're not a lot of people. We're a small congregation.
How many people are at church on Sunday?
30, 40 maybe. That's not regular day.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you go to Gateway, they probably got a couple hundred. No, I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I would hope so. Thing's huge.
Yeah. Anyway, so my brother, what happened was, this all happened before I started going, so I'm not exactly sure if he ever originally went there. I know that he probably did start originally going there because he was friends with Mike, but he needed marriage counseling, and he found a pastor to do his marriage counseling, and it was a pastor of another church on Staten Island. He started doing the marriage counseling. The guy worked wonders for their marriage, that now they're much happier, but he felt obligated to go to this guy's church because it's like, I'm going to marriage counseling with him. He's helping like I should be a part of his church, but his church is like in, what part is that? It's by like Slauson and Victory over there.
Like St. Teresa's?
Yeah, you know where that church is on the corner?
Yeah.
So if you were like coming down Slauson, like away from the highway, and you made a left on Victory, it's like 5 or 6 blocks down.
I think it's Lutheran.
Somewhere. No. You've never seen this church because
there is one right there. If you go
there's a bunch of churches over there, but this church is a non-denominational.
It's like a storefront.
It's like a door. It's on the side of a store is a door, and then it's like
I've never seen that one.
No, you've never seen it.
No,
it's another very small congregation, which is funny because I actually know multiple people who go there. But anyway. He goes there, which is hysterical because Holy Mountain is at the bottom of his block. Like he's literally waking up, driving across island to go to this place while his whole family is at a church at the bottom of his block where he knows the pastor personally. Right. Listen, he says it every
Didn't
week.
work
He's like,
out.
what am I supposed to do? He goes, I don't want, I like my, I don't want to leave, but I want to be with my family. Like, it sucks. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bust his balls now. I'm like, well, when
So
I'm,
he's still there?
oh, he still goes. Yeah. He goes every Sunday there. Yeah. On the other side of the island. Yeah. He's been for like 3 years now. I said, well, what happens when
I mean, I kind of get it, but that doesn't make sense.
it doesn't, but yeah.
It does. It does, but it obviously doesn't.
Listen, it's a type of thing where, like I said, it's like you have a family then, and now you're going to say, oh,
Right.
sorry guys, I'm going
Right.
somewhere
And
else.
they're so
See
small.
you later.
For you to leave,
Yeah.
help them out. Makes sense.
Probably didn't charge him anything. He did it for free. He's a
Right.
pastor. He's not
Right.
charging. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's,
No, it makes sense.
he took, whatever. It
But
is
them
what it
and
is.
your mom and your dad, or no dad?
My dad doesn't come to, he'll come to church. He's come to
You can walk there
church.
too.
He's came to church a couple times, but like I said, he doesn't have any interest in it, but he'll come, whatever. But anyway, so I told my brother, I said, well, what happens if I'm giving a sermon at Holy Mountain?
Oh,
I said,
now we got problems.
I said, you're going to go.
Now we
he
got
goes,
problems.
he goes, I'll ask God when it comes.
Alexa, please guide me.
Yeah.
Either
No,
put me in a
it's-
car or put me with my shoes on. No,
Oh.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is. Whatever he decides. I mean, it's tough. It's a stinky situation to be in, but
Yeah, it sucks. Every week too, it probably weighs on him. It's tough.
you could be with your family at the bottom
Well,
of
you're
your.
dealing with two loyalties there, and you guys probably way more, but guy might have saved his marriage, whatever the case may be. It's
Well, at least he'll
it's-
have an excuse if I'm giving.
right. You should invite them.
Like,
Say,
listen,
let's next Sunday.
no, I
Come
mean,
to Station Avenue.
listen, dude, I had this whole. I can show you. I wrote up a whole plan. I wanted to start an organization that united every church on Staten Island.
You're all in.
I thought
So
I
all
think
in.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
I love it.
And I'm not saying like unite, like we're all the same church. I mean like unite in the fact where like we have an open means of communication to each other. We can do a big event in the park and all the churches go. Somebody has a fundraiser. Somebody's got
Some will
cancer
join
in
you.
this church. We need a fundraiser. Oh, now you have open communication at every church.
Some will join you, some won't. But that's not a terrible idea.
Listen, if you
Do
won't, that's between you and God.
Exactly. And I will donate 100%. I will be there. I'll
I'm
get
just saying,
t-shirts
like,
made, do a thing. That's a great idea.
it just for me it like made sense because also it's power in numbers. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're all united on a front, like it's easier to get things go. It's easier to get an
Right.
event going. It's
Not
easier
more
to
assets, more resources.
yeah.
Sure.
Like just like even like when my mom started the homeschooling thing at our church, like she can explain to a person at this church, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you set it up. This is our lesson plan. Now you can do it there. Now you have another one. Now they can do it again. Now you have 10 of them. Now you're helping everybody everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? The wait list on my mom's school is
Really?
going, yeah, you can't get in if you wanted to. People call her every day. Did a spot open up? Like, no, I'll let you know. I mean, there's only so many spots. It's a basement of a church. How many, but I'm saying like people want it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's a desired asset right now,
Yeah.
but people don't know how to do it. Like this is what I'm trying to say. All
And
you
your
need is
mom's still learning.
an open means of communication between churches. Now we can start helping everybody. We could set up one of these schools in every church. It's not crazy. I mean,
It's
like
not crazy. No one's doing it though. Like you said,
nobody's doing it.
that's you, man.
We'll see. It's one of my crazy ideas.
You have
We'll
so
see.
much time on your hands. Why not?
So
I
much
mean,
time on my hands,
you got a
man.
broken
I mean, like I
bathroom,
don't
you
know
got
what to
2,000 albums to
do.
look
I'm
at.
like I've been home for 8
You're
hours. No,
unemployed. I mean,
I've been
you got,
home for 5 hours now, and I don't know what to do with myself.
You got time for a podcast and endless music. I mean, come on, dude, Gypsy.
Yeah, I know.
That's so awesome.
I'm burning it. No, it's
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
it's just like if you could all be united on a front with like, there's like I said, like if there's an organization that has
You gotta
an
make it,
open
man.
means-
I'm.
I want to.
I don't want to like put this sideways, but the problem is going to be money and messing with people's money. Like not people, but
Listen,
like organizations.
I'll tell them
like,
straight up. I'm not asking for any
Like if
money.
you try to do that to like one of the Catholic high schools or like
Well,
like a big church,
I was going to
they
leave
like
Catholic
what's in it for me? Like,
churches out.
like
of all
that's
three.
how I feel anyway. I feel like something that like noble and like serious, like you end up having to like suddenly won't be free. Suddenly it won't be like there'd be more rules you want to deal with, and there'd be like insurance policies and stuff, and like it's not as like it probably
maybe
wouldn't be as like
you know what? There's probably things about it that either I'm not thinking through or that I don't know enough
it
about.
wouldn't be as easy as send your kids case closed.
Oh, what are you talking about? Schools?
Schools.
Oh,
yeah.
but the school thing, however
the
my mom
city-
did it is
I don't know how
she
she did
it.
but God bless her.
Well, she did it outside the guidelines of what New York City considers a school. So like she can only do it for 3.5 hours a day, whatever. She knows the guidelines. She did it so she doesn't have to file anything with
Right.
the school. I'm just saying, like she
But-
has a setup that you can replicate. You want to replicate it, you can replicate it.
Does that
You
affect?
need teachers, but I mean,
Well-
besides that, like there's a platform, right? There's a curriculum. She's got it all set up. Like you want to do this here. This is how you do this.
She basically shows you how to do it and passes it on to you.
I mean, that's what she's doing right now. The whole setup of the school is teaching mothers how to homeschool. That's the whole idea of it. The whole idea of it is you send your kid here for 3.5 hours a day for 2 days a week. That's all it is. It's 2 days a week for 3.5 hours a day. I mean, they pay you like nothing. You pay like $300 for the semester or something, whatever,
Right.
$200 for the half a year, whatever it is. But the idea is that every single class, she has a mother of one of the children come in and shadow. So like, listen,
So they learn.
you want to know you thought this was too hard? I'm going to show you how to do this. This is what your day would be like. And now you're witnessing what you would have to do with your child on a day-to-day basis.
How does that work with like? All right, what age are we talking?
She's got all ages now. She's up to 3 classes. They have. So right now it's 3. I think it's 3 and 4-year-olds,
3 and 4-year-olds. Okay, so
5, 6, and 7-year-olds, and 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are the 3.
so like if those 6, 7-year-olds want to leave or whatever, go to like a random school.
They can. They're not tied down to the school.
No, I know, but like, does that affect their like credentials individually to like become a 3rd grader, become a 2nd grader? Like they can just show up to PS whatever and be like,
So how homeschooling works is you buy a curriculum, and you
Right.
buying the curriculum
You have to, like,
is like
show
you
you-
signing up your kid for homeschool. So the
for, like,
state knows
kindergarten or
whatever the
whatever level it
kindergarten
is.
actually isn't. You don't actually need to put your kid in kindergarten by law.
okay,
It's first grade. First
Right.
grade is by law what they have to be in.
So you buy a 1st grade curriculum.
So
With
now, like,
registrar.
you buying that curriculum is like, and then you might have to fill something out with the city, but whatever. But you have to at least purchase the curriculum in
Right.
order for the city to recognize that
Show
you're
it.
homeschooling.
Right.
So
Document it.
so you're documenting the fact that you're homeschooling your child. So,
Right.
I think there is testing, but I don't even think there's testing at that age. I think it's not until later on. So I think just you buying the curriculum at that age, whatever age, maybe it's like when they get to like 6th grade, then you have to start taking like tests, like
Right.
by somebody who's certified with the state to like whatever. But like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So basically you just buying the curriculum is you documenting they're being homeschooled, like, and that's it. And like, you don't have to do anything else. Like you're good. You're set up for it. The problem is everybody thinks they can. It's too hard. That's the whole
Right.
point of this is like, listen, it's not that hard. You're doing one-on-one with your child. You only need 3 years old. What do you need? An hour a day?
No,
If
it's
that?
daycare.
4-year-old,
Yeah.
an hour a day. Like
It's
even
daycare,
when you get to
babysitting.
kindergarten, 2 hours a day, maybe. I mean, you're
Right.
talking about centralized, like, you know what I mean?
Right. And you're with other kids and stuff. So
Listen.
that's where Hunter's at?
Yeah, Hunter's
Homeschool?
would be starting kindergarten, but yeah, we're homeschooling him. Yeah. I mean, he does my mom's school twice a week.
Right.
But I mean, other than that, we do. I've done lessons like I'm off for the day. I do lessons with him. He blows through like 5 of them. He's supposed to do 1 a day. He's
Right. No. I mean, listen, you got the resources to do it. Kids are going to learn. It's not, rocket science. I mean, you guys are dedicated. You guys got it's just the, like, whenever you get to that point, like 6th grade or 7th grade, like,
you have to start making a decision. It's tough. You're gonna have to start saying, all right, what
you think
are
you'll
we
stick
doing?
with it till like that point?
I mean, high school is really where it becomes difficult. But yeah, junior high is probably where you're going to start running into some issues. Maybe. I mean, it depends. We're gonna play it by ear at this point and see where everything goes. I mean, the way that everything is going with just as far as my mom being able to
Yeah, it's big help.
keep up with this and be kind of like our guide with this. Like my mom was she was very like, your kids aren't going to school. She was like, I was a teacher. You don't want your kid going there. Like we're doing this the right way, homeschooled. Like I'll show you how, like, this is like her, you know, this is her thing. And
Right,
she's
right.
she's making sure that people do it right. And like that's the whole point of this. So I mean, like, I guess when we get to that point, I mean, I'm in this phase where a lot of people like try to plan for the future. I'm like, okay, 5 years from now, where are we going to be? Oh, in 10 years, I'm going to be retired. We're going to do, and it's like in my head, like I'm taking every day, every week, like just as it comes, like I'm letting God plan my future because I know at any point I can get a sign from God and he's going to say, yo, you got to do this now. I'm like, okay, now I'm doing that. And then that's the way my life goes. I'm not disobeying God. Like it's crazy. So that's kind of where I'm living at this point. Like people are like, well, what are you going to do 10 years from now when he's going to high school? And it's like, bro, I don't know. Who knows? Anything can happen in that time. Like we have no idea. Anything I could be in another state. I could be in another country. I have no idea. Like nobody has any idea where anyone's going to be in 10 years from now. Like it's ridiculous to try to plan that far ahead. Listen, if you were talking about next year, okay, I might have to come up with some ideas of what we're going to do or have some type of plan in place. But as of right now, things have already changed so rapidly within the last 3 years as far as my mom starting this, going from just teaching her grandchildren and the pastor's kids to having a wait list that has 40 people on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows where this goes? Maybe we go into a facility and now she's got 1 million. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
It can't be a bad thing.
Listen, as far as everything's looking right now, everything's going in a great way. I can't complain about anything. All I can do is praise God and say, I'm continually getting blessed and I'm going to do my best to not upset him. I mean, it's just, you just don't want to.
In God's image, you're good. The thing about the homeschooling that, and I said this to Jamie too, because I was nervous about our topics. Obviously, we talked fucking 12 hours today.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know how they do homeschooling and like the kids only the house. The kids only the house. I know they do. But my point is, I can't wait for school to start. To get these kids out of the house and Julie's going 5 days a week now. Bye. I could fold laundry. I could do the dishes. I can play my Winston Marsalis. There it is right there.
Now you know why I can't play my records.
That's a problem.
Listen,
and in those hours where the kids are at school, when Jamie's off, I can talk to Jamie. I can be a husband. I could, like that's, you guys have the kids home all the time. Like, I feel for you. I do. I mean,
it's not easy.
I mean, Kristen, she's a stay-at-home mom. God bless her. God bless all stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 1,000%. Like, forget about the kids socializing. Don't you want the kids out of the house, out of your hands for a little bit? I mean,
that would be
you give
great.
them the guidance so much, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Just as a friend, I'm like, I don't know what I would do if my kids never went to school. Forget just for me.
I mean, it's not that tough on me because I'm the way I work. I'm never home anyway. It's really Kristen.
I don't know how Kristen does that.
Yeah, it's tough.
And Jamie says too. She's like, I don't know how Kristen does that. And she was like, "Are you sure that it's stay at home?" I'm like, I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, I mean, and Trevor's home 24/7.
She's on the clock 24/7.
With Trevor, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean in general. Like Kristen's like, what's her break?
Well, I'm saying her break would be when they go to
school.
When they go to even my mom's school. I'm saying they go for 3.5 hours, but Trevor doesn't go yet because Trevor's still only 2. He won't go till next year. So that's what I'm saying. No matter what, she's with Trevor.
She's on the clock.
24/7. Yeah,
3.5 hours is nothing.
Yeah, no, it's tough, and she lets me know how tough it is, and that's one of the biggest things that stinks is
her own mental kind of. Let's forget about God and everything for a second, but like her own.
Well, God helps.
I will pray for Kristen.
No, yeah, I
peace of mind.
Pray for Kristen.
Go get your nails done. Go get your retail therapy.
Well, yeah, no.
I mean,
that's the thing.
I know you work.
If I'm home for the day, it's weird. My job is on and off because what happens is you can only work so much overtime, and then they're like, okay, we have to cut you off. Right. So when they cut me off, like I just looked at it today, from middle of February to I think like the middle of June, I wasn't working any extra tour. Like I was working, I was home 5 days a week. I was only going to work 2 days a week, and I wasn't allowed to work overtime. So that's a long period where I was around a lot. Like, you know what I mean? But now, like this is where it really stinks because now, the cap is off. They're like, we need, like, they've texted me 6 times right since we've been sitting here. Come in tomorrow. Like, they're killing.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like, what do we do here? We have to pay the bills. They're offering me a lot of money to come into work, but she's going crazy here. So it's this constant battle back and forth. Like, I need a break, and it's like,
it's probably
but we also need to pay the bills. Like,
right.
and that's the other thing is you don't get to choose when you work overtime. The overtime is that once it's gone, it's gone. You don't get it back. Like, it's not like, oh, now I want to work overtime. It's like, well, now it's not here. Like, you lost it already. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those situations where you got to kind of like try to power through it as much as possible. But yeah, she does an amazing job. She's for being home 24/7 with them. She's doing an amazing job, and she's getting better and better at it every day. It's very easy to tell. It's tough, but you know, it's all about like how you look at it, right? Like, yes, the kids drive her crazy, and I know that they drive me crazy but I also give, like, when I'm home, like, okay, I'm not working today. Whatever you want to go shopping, you want to go hang out with you know, my sister-in-law, like, whatever, like, she'll go and do whatever she wants to do. You want to go get your hair done, get your nails done, whatever.
Go.
But it's funny because, like, because she spends so much time with them, like, I'll, like, okay, go, and I'll go take him and do something, and then, like, she'll be like, send me pay. And she's like, you know, I'm pissed you went with it. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Guilty?
Yeah, not guilty. Like, she's missing out, like, because she's with them all the time. So now she's like, I wish I could have been there with you guys. And it's like,
no,
you're with them all the time.
Yeah, that's
like, for example, she had a women's ministry meeting at the church. They do this big meeting where they basically talk and tell stories and cry for 3 hours, whatever, 4 hours, 5 hours. I don't know how long. I took them to the beach. We went to Cedar Grove. They had a blast. I was sending her pictures. They were rolling around in the
beach
water.
So underrated.
Hunter, for the first
Definitely
time, was like
that.
swimming out, because now he can really swim. So he's swimming out, and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
That's awesome.
And she's like, you know, I'm really upset that you went without me. I'm like,
I can't help you.
yeah, I'm like, what do you want me to do? You want me to sit home the whole time? I'm like, I'm trying to do something. I'm never home. Like, I'm like, I want to do something with them. It's just, it's tough. Like, that's what it comes down to, because, like, you want to do everything together, but then it's like, then you're not getting a break. Like, you know what I mean? You need the break. Yeah.
Jamie gives me 1,000 breaks. I can't. Homeschool, not even in the cards. Not even close. I'm counting down the days.
And you know what? Like,
Jamie is too. And this is why I give you and Chris so much credit, because I mean, Jamie's been sending me these, like, you know, gifts, like these like TikTok bullshit things about like counting down the days since kids are back to school, but it's just like, holy shit, from 6 a.m. to they go to sleep. It's just daddy. And you
have a boy and a girl. I have 2 boys. It's very different.
I think so. I'll trade you. I'm not trading anything, but you could take my daughter for a couple nights. She's a firecracker and a half, but it's just like, what are you doing tomorrow? What are we doing today? What's for dessert? What's this? Like, holy moly, how do you homeschool?
Yeah.
How do you homeschool? I don't have the patience at all. So your mom, Kristen, the patience levels.
Yeah, my brother is doing it, and he's got twins.
Yeah.
He's got twins.
Doing it too?
Yeah. Sonny's homeschooled. His oldest. He's the same age as
Luke.
Yeah. They homeschool Sonny. And he's got the 2-year-old twins who aren't in school, aren't in anything yet, because they're 2 years old.
Bless, man. Oh, just
my sister too. My sister does the same thing. My sister's we're all, dude.
We're all, this
is it. This is the Jesus revolution. We're doing it right now. It's it. No, I mean, you know what it is. It's
Jesus. I'm not about that Jesus.
We're all kind of on the same page with everything, which is nice. Like, we're on the same page where none of our kids are vaccinated, and none of all. Sonny is, but Sonny was born before COVID, so none of us really took any of that into consideration yet. So
God bless, man.
Sonny's
I have no vaccination like judgments. You do you, man.
No, so it's that plus the fact that my mom, as a teacher, like, you know, just knows that the schools are really messing with the kids now, and she knows that none of us can afford a private school, so they'd have to go to a public school.
I get that.
And you know, just her knowing what public schools are like and what's going on now, obviously the change in culture, like, she just you know, my mom is just like, listen, I want you all to homeschool, and kind of like, part of that was her opening up the school, because a lot of, you know, listen, before Hunter was even eligible, before she even started school, my Hunter was like, we would talk about it, and she was like, She's like, I can't homeschool. I don't know how to do it.
Your
I'm not
mom?
qualified. No, my Kristen.
Kristen.
I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to teach. I mean, like at that point, she wasn't thinking about the whole being with the children for 24/7, 7
Right.
days a week. I think it was mostly like she wasn't, able to teach her kids. Like she felt very incapable. But I mean, that's a lot of it too. Like a lot of it is people just don't think they're capable because they don't really understand what's involved with homeschooling as far as like 8 hours. It's like, no, it's not 8 hours a day. It's forget 8 hours a day. It's what you're teaching them isn't hard to like. When you think the person at the school is like so much better than you, it's not that hard. They're teaching 30 kids at a time. You're teaching one. Like it's very different. And it's your kid. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they're not teaching them calculus. They're 3 years old. They're teaching them like regular stuff. But like I told Kristen when we started this, I said, if at any point you feel that you can't do this anymore, we'll figure something else out. We'll do whatever we have to do to figure out how he can go to another school. But just like, if you ever feel like this is not working, and so far she's never came to me and said that. And, she's came to me with concerns about like, oh, what do you think? Like she'll make curriculums. Like, what do you think this is like? We're going to do, our letters, and then we're going to go outside and play, and then we're going to have a snack, and then we're like, it's great. It's great. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna criticize your day plan for the children. Like, this is your job. Like, I'm gonna be at work. Like, all right, when I'm not at work, sure, I'll follow your curriculum. I'm not gonna. First of all, even for me to criticize it, I would have to go through it. I would have to actually go through the day and be like, all right, something here's not working in order for me to even know just by looking at your curriculum. I mean, we gave him snacks too early. They're jumping off the walls. He's not doing his numbers. Like, I don't know. Like,
discussion.
you don't. Yeah, it's a million things you can go over with it, but yeah, it's tough, and it takes a toll on her. It takes a toll on her now because I'm never home. I'm working 100 hours a week or whatever it is, and it's she's really. But I also at the same time, I try to explain to her. I'm like, listen, I'll take whatever days you want me to take off, but just know that that's money I can't get back. I can't make that money up later. Like, it's done. Like, you're throwing that away. You want me to be home? If you want me home for 24 hours, you threw away $1,000.
Right.
I get it. You need a break. I want us to be on the same page. Is your break worth $1,000? All right, I'll stay home. I don't care.
Yeah.
You got to know what we're doing here. It stinks. And I like it, because she worries about money more than I do, because I know God will take care of us. But like, but then she'll be like, then the argument is, well, then why are you working overtime if you don't care about money? It's like, no, I'm trying to be responsible.
Right.
Like I'm not going to put it all on God and just say, well, I'm not going to work any overtime because God will take care of me. Like, if we run into trouble, I think God will take care of us, but I want to provide for my family. I mean, it's the whole, man, I wish I should try to find it. There's I think it's Timothy, where he says, in the Bible, in the New Testament, where he says,
my brother.
No. In the Bible, it 1 Timothy, whatever it is, Mike just told me the other day and I still forgot, but they say, a man who doesn't provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever. This is like the guy Joey Martin was giving the speech. I couldn't stop laughing. He goes, I don't even know what that means. He goes, unbelievers go to hell. It's like, what does that mean for that guy? That guy gets to hell. It's like, this is pretty bad. And Satan's like, we got something worse for you in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's like, how could it be? How could a guy who doesn't provide? I mean, like, essentially what they probably mean is like an unbeliever who doesn't provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever. But I mean, it's
Catholic reading.
It's just too funny. Like, the guy who doesn't provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever. How could that be possible?
Probably not true.
But yeah, I mean, that's all. I mean, like,
so Hunter.
Right.
This conversation go to like sunrise, but
I told you.
I know. Hey, you're right. I know. It's like when I correct Luke, he's like, "No, I'm right. Oh, you are right." He's always right, Luke. But
yeah, Hunter too.
He's
crazy how much they know.
So blessed, my children. But I mean, at what point do you go into? I mean, I feel like you could be kids in like a public school after that. You could do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, at some point, like high school, like, Is the goal like
I don't have
homeschooling like till college?
no.
Judgment free zone. I'm just.
I don't. I'll be honest.
curious,
I
'cause
don't have a goal. I don't even know what homeschooling.
No, I know you said like we'll take it year by year, but like that would keep me up at night. Not keep me up at night. It would keep me up at night.
Again, you're talking about 10 years from
I know.
now.
I know. But in 9 years, it would make me worried.
Yeah. Okay. But in 9 years, but that's the whole point. The idea is you're not supposed to listen, dude. Like the idea is that
I'm just asking curious questions. I'm not judging.
no. It's no. I don't know. I don't. I listen. I don't have an answer for you because I don't. I'm trying not to think that far ahead because the way I look at it is I'll tackle it as it comes,
It'll be
and
fun.
I'm not really worried about it.
It's gonna be a fireman anyway, so it's all good. Does FDNY take stay-at-home credit stuff? Obviously, yes. I'm being facetious, but
yeah, no, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan as of right now. I don't have a plan. I guess my plan
he's cool,
would be
he's cool with like sports and like socializing. Like everything's cool.
I've never had an issue with him socializing.
Luke loves him. Look, it's like you in the Hunter's house.
I haven't introduced him to a friend's kid that he doesn't absolutely love.
Luke
like
loves him.
He can
I
find
forgot
a
the
friend.
toy, but I said to Luke, I said, I got to bring back Hunter's toy tonight. He's like, oh, can I come? I'm like, no.
It's a little late.
Like, aw. Gave me like a hole. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I know.
You could come Friday.
On Sunday.
Or Sunday to church.
Sunday.
But Friday you could come here with your family.
I'm getting home at 3, 4 a.m. Sunday morning. It's not happening. But we'll pray for the Strohs at 5 a.m. Saturday Mass.
At least it's
5 p.m.
It's recorded that I invited you. That's all that matters.
No, I know. I know. Yeah.
No, like I said, I'm not worried about anything with Hunter. I'm not worried about. I mean, listen,
your sons don't have any disability, any learning disability. They're all. I'm not questioning. I'm just saying, like they're good.
No,
like
I'm very blessed. I have no.
I know.
All I've been told with Trevor is that he's unbelievably far ahead any 2-year-old at this rate. He's pooping on the potty at 2 years old. He's just turned 2 and it's unbelievable. As far as Hunter goes, there's traits about him that, he gets very stubborn, but I mean, like it could be any kid, like nothing I would worry about. Just, listen, everybody's perfect. Everything's fine.
Good.
No, but how am I going to, figuring out things as far as him going to high school? I always said, we'll figure it out when we get there. If we decide that I don't know how it works. Is there a way that you can get a scholarship to a high school based on homeschooling? I don't know. Maybe he can take some type of test and he scores 100 and they're like, hey, he gets a free ride at Xaverian or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Xaverian.
I don't know. I'm just playing it day by day now, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe we get to high school and my wife's like, Kristen's like, yeah, we could do this. I'll do it. Like, okay. I don't know. I would think that's almost impossible considering you got to do like calculus in high school.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is we're not taking into consideration is there's like a ton of like online homeschooling stuff where it's like they get their homeschooling through like videos. You know what I mean? Like you buy like a package and it's kind of, not live. It's like you buy a pack. You buy like a homeschool package through a company, and they teach you calculus through videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
presentations, stuff like that. So there's also that aspect, right? Like the idea now is we're trying to keep them away from screens as much as possible.
Of course.
But at the time of high school, it's like he can use. Yeah, my mom got me these.
Wipe with soft dry cloth.
They've never been wiped. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. Very nice courses. Yeah, no, it's
So, yeah, like I said, when we get to that point,
it's just an interesting topic,
It's an interesting topic. It's listen, I know that not everybody agrees with every topic of discussion that comes up with me, but I think that the most important part is to just like stand your ground and not really be fazed by what other people think, right? I mean,
yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I wouldn't be where I was if I cared what other people think about, what what I thought about certain things, and obviously religion and stuff like that. How people look at me because of it. don't really care.
Yeah.
I care what God thinks of me, and that's it now.
Sounds
That's
nice.
it. That's it. It is. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, you'll see if you continue your journey, you will see what I see from my point of view, and it's a very beautiful thing.
I remember you having the conversation about like when Hunter was born, and you had that like crazy emotional something coming over you, yada yada yada. Not to yada 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 that, but I haven't had that yet, and it doesn't happen for everyone. But I will tell you one thing that like changed my faith. I'll tell you my ghost story.
Ghost story? No, I haven't heard this.
Little turn. Never heard my ghost story?
No.
No. So I just feel like it's a good time to refill this.
Yeah.
So I was working at you hear the ghosts at Open Inn?
Maybe. I
Maybe.
vaguely remember something about this, but okay.
So I was like a busboy. Probably like
And over me there? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did like mostly there's a restaurant area which is separate from the ballroom area. And long story short, one day it was like a July day. I was probably 16, right around there. Sorry. And there was there's a very old, there's an original part of the building that's from like the 1700s, 1800s. Like it's historic. Like it's like, so there's no like air conditioner or anything in that part of the building, but they store linens there. It's still standing.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, one day it was like July or August, and I ran up to get linens to replace for the tables. It was just like brunch, so I had to like replace all the table linens. And I was standing in the linen room, hot as could be. Almost said hot as hell, but don't want to do this on this Christian podcast. It got freezing quick. I was in the room by myself, and people were saying her name was like Sally or Molly or something like that. That's where Molly is. I'm like, yeah, ice cold, and went from hot to ice cold like that. Like the hair on my arm stood up, the whole nine, like a true story. And I turned to leave the room, and so I was in a room, there's a hallway, and another room, that other room door was open. And I looked in the doorway, and this woman was floating in like the, colonial, like big, her back was to me. She was like looking at like towards the ocean. I got the fuck out of there. End of story. But I definitely saw a spirit without any question. I would like, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't anything. I saw and felt a spirit. So that kind of like, and this is like, I was like 14, 15. I was actually dating Jane for a while, probably like 16. But anyway, that made me believe that in the afterlife, it made me like, without a doubt, there's something more to this life,
Right.
Without it, I've seen it. I've felt it. It wasn't Jesus Christ. It wasn't like, it was some colonial woman. The story turns out that her husband like was a mariner or whatever, and died at sea, and she's died of a broken heart and just stares at that window. And I saw it, but I really saw it. Like, so that's my ghost story. But it made me wonder about the afterlife and everything. And like at that time, like I would go to like church every now and then. My mom would try to like wake me up, and I would go. I would not go. I would go. I would not go.
Does your mom go to church every Sunday now?
She does. My dad does too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Suddenly.
St. Thomas?
My mom does St. Thomas. My dad does Star to Sea
Get out of here.
with his friends. I don't know. You can't make this religious stuff up. But so I'm just saying that
Okay.
not that I've like seen the afterlife, but like I fully believe that this is not it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I fully believe that there is something else. You have a heart attack tomorrow. You're not rotten in the soil. You're not, like
You're going to heaven or hell, one or the other.
right. But there is something else, and like that's always like piqued my curiosity. But it led me to believe that there's a purpose in like doing good and being good and like, praying and maybe get to the other side someday if I just pray a lot. But I don't know if I'm babbling on, but that's my ghost story, and I just fully believe that it pays to do good. But I also wonder, like, why was that woman stuck there? Why was that? You know, you hear these ghost stories and these things, and I believe a lot of them. Some I don't, but like I've seen it, I've lived it, I really have. And it's like, why is she stuck there? You know, that's her spirit stuck in this stupid caring hole. I'm not expecting to have the answer to that. I'm not asking you for an
Well,
answer.
if I had to give you an answer to that, I don't think she's stuck there, right?
Why would that not be a common occurrence? Why is she? People have seen her. She's got a name. Like, she's actually got a name, and like a lot of staff knows her. Well, I've seen her. It's like, why is that? Like, why is she disrupting us? No, this is nothing good, man. For I don't know what the book of Luke said or whatever, but I'm just saying, it's kind of crazy, no? Like an actual physical, but not physical, something you see. Like, that stuff's crazy to me.
Yeah,
There's no answer to it.
I've never had.
I feel like you gotta die to get an answer.
Maybe. I mean, listen, I'll bring it to Mike. I'll bring it to Mike.
Give an answer.
Nobody asked me about ghosts yet, so I'll bring it to Mike. But
but ghosts or spirits are like, it's kind of
the whole spirits thing was something I kind of brought to Mike. But the whole thing is like he just believes in a soul and not necessarily a spirit. Like, there's only the Holy Spirit.
I think a soul's interchangeable, in my opinion.
Well,
that could be a soul,
but not necessarily. Like, some people believe like there's three. There's the body, the soul, and the spirit. Right? It's three different things, right? So it depends on what you believe. I know he only believes in the dichotomy where there's only the soul and the body, and there is no spirit. So the idea of seeing a spirit, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, like, when people see that, what that is, if that's an illusion that God created or that's an illusion that Satan created, right? Because it could be one or the other.
Could be.
But if you're going to say that it helped you believe in an afterlife, then God could have done that knowing that it would have changed you in that way and would have helped you. I mean, that's the only explanation I could have come up with.
Yeah,
but
peaceful spirit for sure.
Yeah, but
I do think there are demonic spirits. You hear these stories. It's like possessed and stuff like that. Because there's a good chance that's true.
Well, the whole being possessed by a demon thing. So that's in the Bible as far as demon possessed people, and Jesus would cast the demons out, right? The question I have is, because we don't see it, like it's like it's in the Bible multiple times. Like, he casts demons out like all the time.
Right.
And today it's like we don't ever. How often do you see a demon possessed person where they need an exorcism? Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like it doesn't exist. It's kind of weird, and it brings up it's funny because I was going to talk about this with you about what was her name? The girl you brought up today who killed her kids. What's her name?
Lindsay Clancy.
Right. So now, like, you can bring up something like that and be like, is that demon possession? Like, it's one of those things where, like, you see a schizophrenic. Well, what is schizophrenia? Is schizophrenia just demon possessed? Like, we could just be labeling it something, but that could be like, you know what I mean? It's weird when you start thinking about it. You really don't know, like, you know what I mean? If somebody has like paranoid schizophrenia, that could just be them possessed by a demon, right?
Could be.
You really don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Free Lindsay.
Dude,
Dude, that's the craziest shit ever, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild story. It's definitely a wild story.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy.
It's people, like, you know what it is? People like have always talked about like God talks to me, and like I never understood. I'm like what? Like, you hear God in your head? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And some people do, I guess. And maybe God talks to everybody differently. I don't really know. I know how he talks to me, not talks, but he'll like
shows himself.
He shows signs. Like, it's super weird. Like,
that story of you when Hunter was born, man, that hit me.
Well, that was like me not even believing in him yet, though. That was just something that overcame me, and I didn't know what it was. And like
I
now,
wanted that too when Luke was born and Joe was born. Not that I didn't get that. I didn't get that, but like that is a crazy moment. I'm a dad.
It was. Well, that's the whole thing. When it happened to me, I'm like, oh, happens to everybody when they're kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's my first kid. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
the nurse is like, all right, come on, Dad.
Yeah.
I told me that dad. Well, that dad.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Cool. It's like, come on in. I'm like, all right, come on in. What's going on? Yeah. Wife split open. It's like, okay. But yeah, it's
yeah, no, but like what I was going to say is it's weird because now like I'll just see something and know like right away that something's going to happen, right? And then it's like it's got to be him on purpose because there's no coincidences. There's no like I'll give you an example, right? Because now I can tell the signs, right? Something like anytime I see someone, you heard the story I told about the Matrix with Emma, right?
I must have. Oh. No, I listened to the podcast, so I don't.
Okay, I'll retell that story again.
Go to the next story. Matrix loses me. I'm not going to follow you.
All right, whatever.
Go
but
to the next story.
It's the idea of like, if I see something and I'm like, oh, that's odd, then I'm like, oh no, it's not odd. That's God doing something. Like he's trying to get my attention, like, and he got my attention, right? Like, so if you were to go about your day and be like, oh man, that's such a weird coincidence because whatever, I just saw that like an hour, like that's not what that, like, you're making an excuse. That's God trying to tell you something, but you just don't know how to perceive it. And it could be anything. It could be anything. Anything where you're going to be like, wow, that's so like that it grasps your attention where you think to yourself, like, not something like, you know, you saw 2 white cars pass like this, but I mean like something that actually grabs your attention where you're like, wow, that's so weird because I just saw that yesterday or like something crazy like that. That's not a coincidence. That's God. He's trying to get your attention for something. But the thing is, that could have been happening your whole life and you don't know you don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But now that I know, it's weird. Like something will happen, I'll see it. And at first I'll be like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, okay. I have to be on high alert. Like something's going to happen.
Thumbs
like
up.
He's going to do something and he's telling me, hey, listen up. You have a job to do. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll tell you the whole story. So, I'm actually at a job. I'm at a fire. It was a fire. It was a small fire. It was out like basically before we got there. We were the fastest. Our job was to stand in front of the building in case somebody got into some type of emergency. And then we were like the people who would like save that guy if there was some type. Right. But we basically do not. So I'm standing in front of this building that basically the fire's out already.
2 kids at home struggling. Go ahead.
And I'm it's in Brighton Beach somewhere or whatever. Yeah. And in front of the building, there's 2 mailboxes. Like one is like a regular mailbox and one is like, I don't know if you've ever seen this, like these really old mailboxes. I think they are. They're like gray. They paint them like I don't even think they open. I don't know. They're almost like there for no reason. Maybe they are. I have no idea. But like, they're like this huge, they look like a mailbox, but they're not. They're like gray. And this thing has like stickers all over it. It's like people vandalize the crap out of this thing. It's covered in like stickers and stuff. And I'm standing in front of the building, like watching whatever go on. And for whatever reason, I happen to look at this mailbox and there's a sticker in the middle of the mailbox, the circle. And it's a picture of a drawing of a lion's head. And around it said King of Kings, Lion of Judah. Right, that's Jesus. Jesus is the King of Kings, the Lion of. Yeah. So I'm like, first I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, a Christian sticker vandalism I'm like, this doesn't even, the hypocrisy in it doesn't make any sense. Like, and then I'm like, oh, I'm like, this is Jesus. Like he just gave, like, first of all, why would I even look at this mailbox and notice a sticker? There's 1,000 stickers on, like, there's so many things I could have broken down. Like I just happened to like, oh, look at that. Jesus. Like, oh, okay. I'm here, which was kind of like disturbing at first because I'm at a job and I'm like, well, I really hope he doesn't want me to do anything here because if something goes wrong here, like that's not good, like whatever. But job goes by, whatever. And I'm still, you know, like I understand, like, the problem is you forget is the real problem, but like, I'm still trying to remember, okay, like I'm supposed to be looking for something, whatever. And, I get to work. It's changed to tours now because it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever. So guys are leaving, guys are coming in. One of the lieutenants comes in wearing a shirt with the cross on it. And I see him and I'm like, oh, that's super weird. Like, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm supposed to talk to him about, like, there's going to be a conversation that has to be had now here. Like, you know,
Right.
like there's this is the prompt for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I wind up talking to him. Turns out like he's Christian, like started reading the Bible. Like we basically like have like a huge conversation about that. Now I'm texting him every day. Like it's like one of those
Right.
things where like that was something that had to be done, and the only reason I knew to do it was because God gave me that sign. Like, and now I can pick up on stuff like that. Like it's just one of those things where like once you start realizing that God has this plan for you, wants you to do things, and he wants you to, like, you can kind of like see what's going on, and it's weird. It's exciting. Like every day now I see, I mean, I gotta go weeks without seeing anything, but if I see something, like it's like, all right, cool. What are we doing today?
Yeah. Pay attention.
And I'll be honest, sometimes he wants me, and I know he wants me to do something, and I can't do it because it's just like, and I don't know if he knows that I can't do it, like, because it'll be stuff where like I have to talk to like a stranger, and like I can't go up to a stranger. I can't do it. And I know like that's what he's prompting me to do. He's like, because he'll put somebody,
This guy something.
no, just like a regular person,
You'll
but
see another sign. It's just
like, yeah, it'll be something where like it was a thing where like I saw somebody that I had previously seen at another location very far away, like kind of like what are the chances type thing.
right.
Like a random person I don't know, but I know that I just saw them somewhere very far away in another state. Like, but I know that's the person. Like this happened to me. Like it's crazy, and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't bring myself to do it. But like, and it was like this. I was like getting bagels at the deli, and I knew this guy and his kids. I had seen them, and I knew it. And I'm like, oh, man, I just seen this guy. I'm like, what are the chances of this? And then the guy in front of him in line. I'm not even joking. Like this is how I knew that I screwed up. The guy in front of him in line, like, places his order, turns around, and he's walking towards me, and he's got a shirt with a cross. It says Jesus on it. I'm like, if there was ever a sign that this was where I'm supposed to do something, like that was it. Right. And I couldn't do it. I left, and I kicked myself in the ass. I was like, I'm probably supposed to talk to this guy for some purpose, whatever.
Probably for homeschool help.
What, I don't know. Whatever it was, whatever the purpose was, I didn't do it because I couldn't bring myself to just start a conversation with a stranger. And it sucks because it's like I read all the signs, I knew it, and it's like you feel like you're disobeying God, and it's I know.
We'll do everything.
I know. I get it.
Everything but that.
But I've been in that situation more than once, and it stinks. And I've been in situations where I was able to do what he wants me to do. So it works both ways, but it's I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. Like,
it's all good, man. Get right there. Seriously, at the end of the day, seriously, like,
you can't compare yourself to anybody but Jesus. Remember that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's how it works. Dude, I get that all the time. Oh, I'll go to heaven. I'm a good person. I'm like, do you believe in Jesus? They're like, no, but it doesn't matter. I'm like, it literally says in the Bible, like at least 10 different places, the only way you can get to heaven is to believe in Jesus. I didn't make the rules, man. It says it right there.
You were that guy once upon a time too.
I know. Yeah. I 100% know. I get it. I'm not judging them. I get it, but it's like, how do I explain to that person now? Now it's like my job to be the guy to be like, all right, listen, I know that's what it seems like, but no, it is your job.
No, it's not an easy job.
Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not an easy job. I've been trying to figure it out forever.
I feel like you need people to have a foundation. That'll be like just a AA type, or like, NA type, or like a, someone in that position. But if not for someone like that, like just a regular Joe, it's a tough. It could be a tough sell. But I think if someone, the regular Joe, has a foundation of Catholicism or something like that, and they have a couple of children, and they realize they've been blessed by some couple of miracles, something like that, and then they, not realizing it, but then they eventually realize it. I think those are the type of people that like could dive in pretty easily. People that maybe defeated a health scare, maybe they defeated infertility, they defeated they've been praying. Like, I mean, honestly, the most praying I ever did was for kids. I mean, me and Jamie been. I shoot blanks. Call it spade a spade. Like, we tried for years and
But
years.
you
and
know
years.
that's what the problem was, or you're just assuming?
No, I know the problem. I went to the doctors. I got police. I got scoped inside and out.
So they told you
you're
okay.
infertile.
Okay.
Like,
I don't think that's the term for a man, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it
you
is.
can't produce like enough sperm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, sometimes you need a miracle like that where like you get 2 kids. Like, we did our infertility thing and we were given 2 embryos. Usually like 20. Usually like 15. Like, we got 2 and they both popped out. A++ kids. Like, I feel like sometimes you need a little bit of a nudge from the Almighty, in one way or another. Like, and that was mine. And that was one of mine. But like, sometimes I think you need some hope. I think you need some signs, some miracles. But like that for me, that wasn't my kids. I mean, I spent a fortune trying to get pregnant, and when it seemed like it wasn't gonna happen, and like literally, we only had 2 embryos, like I just said, and so you had 2 cracks. You know, those 2 cracks were like $30,000. Like,
yeah,
we'll not do this again. Probably not. We'll just keep trying naturally forever, and we still are, and it's never gonna work.
Right.
2 for 2. I mean, praying on our knees. Then we go to church. The whole 9. But it worked out like something like that. I just feel like you can't deny, and you can't like you can't really question. So like,
Yeah.
but so yeah, I don't know. But
I mean, listen.
But I feel like the foundation of being Catholics or believers or whatever, to whatever extent we were, like, I think it. I think some people might say you got lucky. I think some people might say it's science. Some people might say like, hey, it is what it is. But I think when you have, I'm saying like the foundation is big.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
having those 2 miracles,
that's
good stuff.
That's what they were, miracles performed by the only person who
your
can
kids are
perform
natural,
miracles. Naturally pregnant. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I struck out.
I mean, no, I know. I listen, and it's tough.
For
it's tough.
Christ to make plans, That's
But,
why I tell Jamie, I'm like, with I say make plans, God laughs. That's one of my favorite sayings.
Well, the idea is God has
we
a
think
plan,
we're still
right?
infertile, and like I'm like, Jamie, we're gonna have that 3rd kid sooner or later.
Listen, I've heard those stories too. I've heard stories of people
every time she's late
have
oh,
gone to the doctor, and the doctor says you can never have kids, and
Yeah.
then 3 years
Well,
later they wind up having like 3
yeah.
kids, and
Right.
it's like,
have a little time.
how do you explain it? I mean, listen, I can't explain it's tough because it's one of those things where it's like, why would God do this? Why would God do that? He's in total control. He can,
God leaves a lot of questions.
Listen, I don't understand it. I don't, listen, I mean, like, if you heard the one I did with Emma, I mean, that was when the only public place where I said that me and Kristen had a miscarriage.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Back in November, yeah. Well, it was kind of a quick thing, and we didn't really. It was just like, what's the point of telling?
Jamie, I'm like, you fucking miscarriage.
Yeah, telling everybody that it was like, what are we gonna do? Go around and tell everybody so they can feel bad about it? I mean, like, it was like we told our family. It was just it
How
was
far was she?
6 weeks tops. I mean, like, she had missed her period, and then like we had taken the test, and then like a week and a half later she miscarried. So like it was very quick. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. So I tried to explain to her, like, it could have been a lot worse, but yeah, it still sucks. I mean, it's still, and it's just like I said, it was literally the week I started reading the Bible, and I'm like, God, like what's going on? Like why I'm committing my time to everything, right? Like I'm giving in, it's just like, where does this come from? Like, what does it do? And I don't know, like it's just one of those things where they say, God tries to put you through adversity in order to make you stronger, right? Like it's just one of those things where like you come out a little bit stronger than if somebody had everything easy, they're not as strong as you, right? Like it's just kind of how it works, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can't explain it. He made his decision, but I have to trust that God's decision in the end is the right decision. He did it for a purpose, right? Because he is the most just and he is the most righteous. So he doesn't make the wrong decisions, right? If he made a decision to let that happen, or I'm not going to say he killed the baby. He let something happen. He made a conscious decision to let that happen for a purpose. Now, what that purpose is, I may not know for another 20 years, but there's a purpose because he wouldn't have done it if there wasn't. You know what I mean? Like whatever, that's the only way that you have to look at it. Like if there's if something it happens that obviously that, is a horrible situation, there's a purpose to it. Right. And you learn from it. Maybe it pushed me to read the Bible more. Maybe it pushed me to dig. I don't know. All I know is that it sucked and I'm through that phase. And I mean, as much as I could be, I mean, it's something that you probably going to carry around for the rest of your life. Right. But
yeah, definitely. It's good to say, I don't know though. It's good to acknowledge. I don't know why. It's good. It's good to.
You're not really supposed to know why. I don't think.
No one does know why, but it's good to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's knowing that he's in control and that there is a purpose, and then that's just the way it's supposed to be. Like it's comforting because like I can sit here and be like, well, what did I do to piss him off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is God mad at me? Why would God do this to me? But that's not who God is. Like if you read the scripture and you understand he's the all merciful God, like he would not do that just to punish you. He's not going to do that, especially, in the position I was, like really dedicating my time to him and reading the Bible. Like it just doesn't make sense. So, who knows, nobody knows the butterfly effect of how it trickles down and how it, how things affect things later on. It's just adversity that we have to go through. And, I'm still extremely lucky to have everything I have. You know what I mean? And I hate even talking about it because then it feels like I'm bragging, but it's like I'm extremely I'm extremely thankful for everything God has given me, right? Like I didn't deserve. He gave me almost everything I have and I didn't even believe in him. I thought he didn't exist. I literally denounced him and he gave me everything I've got. Like it's crazy. And then you look at people, and there's people out there who have praised God their entire lives and they don't have half as much as I have. I can't explain it. Whatever the reasons are is the reasons are to what God does. But, listen, like Mike,
one thing you said that hit me was, I think again, a Mike podcast, maybe first podcast. You're talking about like, when you're coming to Christ, when you were like, I relate so much to this, but you were like, I never thought I could possibly land Christian. I did. Never thought I could possibly be a fireman. I did. Like, hey, something going on, but yeah. I lived the same thing. Like I landed, this beautiful girl in high school and I never thought it would last. It did. I never thought there were points I really didn't think I'd have to adopt. I got two fantastic fucking kids. I there's always times in a month where I'm like, how am I going to pay these bills? How am I going to, and I do. And, it makes you realize sometimes it's like, just prayers are answered. There's no two ways about it. Sometimes it's like, that cute girl in that classroom that smiled at me. Wow. She wants to be my wife for some strange reason. And it works out. And it's just like,
she might not want to be my wife now, but
she just told me she did. Yeah. But it's just like, you gotta be thankful for every day and just give thanks to Christ, and that's about it. I mean, just be humble and just be aware of your surroundings and aware of your you know, thoughts and prayers, and watch things kind of unfold. I mean, you know, it is kind of crazy. It's definitely crazy. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
I know, man. I know.
it's and there's so many answers. So many questions we don't have answers to. We really have no answers. I mean, in my opinion, we try for answers, we try for solutions, we try for like things. It's just like just be a good person. You know, just have faith in God, and take care of your family, and the harder you work, the luckier you get, and just like keep the faith. Just keep praying. Just that's it. Pray hard, work hard. Amazing things happen. I mean, I feel like you agree with that one.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you work your ass off, you pray your ass off.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, the 3 things to do: read the Bible every day, pray every day, and go to church every Sunday, and life will never fail you. Yeah.
I bet the over 6.5 on the Giants.
Bet the over 6.5
Though
on the
it's
Giants.
kind of heavy, but I mean, I feel like I feel like the first 2 points of that, pray and Bible, which is good on Sundays, but man, if I dropped in the middle of the bonnet tomorrow, you had no church, you had no community, what would you do? You would pray, you would thank God, right? I mean, you would read the Bible. It's still be good.
No, it's still good.
Try not to discount too much of the community in church, but you got to talk to God every day.
You have to talk to God every day.
Every morning and night.
I think reading a chapter of the Bible, which will take you all of 30 seconds, is not that big of a deal. I think you could do that.
And then trying to find a church that agrees with your traditions might take a little bit.
Okay. I mean, listen.
I want you to do that thing you said with the communal.
I want to do that too.
I will be the St. Clair's arm of that community. And then I won't feel bad. I'll do. Is
that your church now? With St. Clair's?
I am a registered parishioner of St. Clair's. Yeah.
You have to register with the church. Wow, that's pretty official.
You don't.
Come as you are, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just come and praise God. We don't really care about paperwork. Don't worry about it.
I want you to be. No requirements, huh? It's nice. St. Clair's is actually very good. I gotta be honest. And I bet I hand in half my envelopes, but very good conservative community. Seriously, I mean, I'm not recruiting you at all because I know you're doing your thing, and I love you so much. But
I don't.
But honestly, I feel like some parishes around are more about like being seen and being like popular, but St. Clair's is a cool place. It really is, and I've seen it in the chapel, in the church, in the ceremonies. Like there's a good amount of actual devotion, not just showing up, for Sundays and stuff. I think some other parishes might be more about Instagram and
I don't know, man.
Without all homeschool parishes.
I've only been to like 4 churches my whole life, so I have no idea.
Will you say Joseph Thomas or Help Christians?
Help Christians.
It's crazy how many of these churches go down. I mean,
Help Christians went down?
No, but the school did.
Did it?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Joseph Thomas, no school. Like,
oh yeah, the schools are all going down.
It's been a long time. Schools are just.
I wonder why that is.
It's got to be a bad management. I mean, honestly, there's no schools south of Star City.
You mean for grade
school?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's. I mean, St. Clair's is kind of like still South Shore, but it's kind of like creeping towards.
Star of the Sea is the one in Huguenot?
Yeah, Amboy and Huguenot by Conville. Yeah. It's a massive cathedral.
St. Joseph by the Sea. Yeah. Well, they built that whole new church, right?
Yeah, I mean it's been a little while now, but yeah, I mean,
Well, just so you know, I know you're not a church guy, but
I'm not a church guy.
church.
Making fucking rooms up now. Make me curse on this Christian podcast.
You don't go, so you're not a
That's not
church.
true. That's not true.
You told me you work Saturday nights. You can't get up
Like,
for
Saturday afternoons. Go at 5:00. I just blow my life. Killing me. Do you hear this?
I can hear it. Yeah, it's from the night. You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube.
I go. I mean, come on, Dan.
I'm just saying. The church was what.
I'll go and Rob goes.
You don't have to go to my church. I just want
I
you to
will
go
go
to
to
a
your
church.
church and Rob. I'm gonna text Rob.
I mean, it would be cool if you got to see what a non-denominational church was. You know,
Honestly, I envision awesomeness. I really do. I don't know about the pre-church song stuff, but
well, it's better than the hymns that they do at the Catholic Church. No,
is it
slightly?
okay?
Worship music's not bad. I mean, it's not. It's.
I'm into the church in the building, but not the. You gotta send me music. I gotta get on Spotify.
I'll start sending music.
You listen to that album, right? It's a classic.
I'll open
It's
that.
that,
I'll open that
Coltrane.
tomorrow. Tomorrow's my first day off in like 2 weeks.
Let
You
me see
want
that
Coltrane?
Yeah.
You want to take it home? Where?
No. I just want to see which album it is.
What?
Coltrane's the. No, keep going to the right.
Cease. Oh,
There's two of them. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a good one.
this is one of the greatest ones of all.
Yes.
Do you know what the greatest? Oh, I'm not.
Love Supreme. People are gonna watch this and be like, "It's a good series."
Well, first off, nobody's gonna watch a 4-hour podcast. That's number one. Look at how old these bad boys are. Those are originals, brother.
It was good stuff. I'm telling you,
If I could remember what the one.
this is original, huh?
Actually, you know what? I'll just look it up on my phone. No, I mean original. I mean they're old.
No, this one looks original. John Coltrane. Look at that.
A Love Supreme, I know, is always one of the top ones.
Play it.
But no, I wanted to. Let me see if I could do this. I can't remember the guy's name right now because my brain is shot. But I'll find it. Let's do jazz all time.
Let's do Coltrane or Miles Davis.
Hold on.
What's talk about called like a Southern Blue or some kind of blue?
That's his name, Charles Mingus. You ever listen to Charles Mingus? This is considered the greatest jazz album of all time. I Love Supreme is number 2, and Kind of Blue is number 3. I thought I had Kind of Blue.
Kind of Blue is a good one. I think I actually have that.
Oh, I do have Kind of Blue, yeah.
Kind of Blue is
Pharoah Sanders.
That was like their romance soundtrack when I got married. Kind of Blue. All those failed attempts at.
Art Blakey. I got this on Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. Nina Simone.
Is a failures.
Play us off with some Miles Davis. No, Coltrane. Yeah, it's Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
I was gonna say you played Kind of Blue, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's good. Oh man, time. This might be the longest one yet, Kenny. You were worried about killing time.
I know. Worried about appearances. Yeah,
But what will we talk about?
It's like sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Yeah, nothing to talk
We've
about.
got nothing to talk about. It's a show about nothing.
Yeah, that's this podcast. Wow, it's a great time, man.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
For this is nothing. It's a
Forget the whole
conversation.
Christianity thing. I'm drinking half bottle of bourbon. Just, I love your dedication for sure.
Dedication. Yep. Thank you.
Get your claws into something. Dan's not gonna stop till he starts teaching.
I feel like it's a flaw now, though, because now everyone's like, "Oh, he's just into something else." It's like,
well,
can't win.
They're not wrong, but you gotta.
I'm not wrong, but this means a lot more than anything I've been into before. I guess.
Here's what I don't want. Here's what I don't want.
What?
I don't want to see Danny Stroh on draft night not losing his mind when a prospect drops a third round, he's out of draft picks, and he's not losing his mind.
That's not.
'Cause
That doesn't have to do with
Danny
anything.
Stroh,
That's
so
not.
much attention
That's not.
to pass the. It's still time for fantasy.
Oh, you mean time wise? No,
We'll
yeah,
just-
yeah. No,
listen.
time wise is good. I'm good.
This draft will be a good time.
I'm good with time. I'm gonna take off. Take off. I'm not gonna take off that week. I'm gonna not do overtime that week. I'm gonna work my regular shift. I think. Yeah. No. I'm taking a break from overtime for a little bit. I think. So I've been working a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Draft will be a great time.
Actually, coming home that day, from upstate, quick 4 or 5 day trip.
Where you going, Lake George?
No,
Connecticut?
no.
You go away so much. I don't know.
Stop it, Jesus. Excuse me.
See? I got a problem, too.
Lord's name in vain. No, just Gilboa, where the dam was. That's my in-laws house. Dam destroyed the whole town.
Where town is this? Where is this?
Gilboa.
Gilboa?
Is a dam. Which
in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know. You were talking about it before. I didn't know where it was.
We were talking about the dams with the
yes.
full circle here.
Right.
Ozarks.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring it back to the beginning. That's how you
Right.
do it.
Right. That's how you do it.
So you're going to Gilboa,
I am going.
and that's a place upstate.
Right.
I'm just trying to put this together. Like your whole family, just you. Like
Hold on. Yes, my in-laws, my kids and wife, and
Okay.
my mother-in-law is a twin.
okay. All right. So it's
Her twin will be
Jamie's
up there.
side of the family.
James and family.
Okay,
It's
yes.
their house.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's what it is.
That'll be 22nd. And I'll be home on the 27th.
Okay. And Jamie's cool with you just leaving, right?
Yes.
I don't want you bailing on me last second.
No, 27th. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I put on a calendar. I'll come home on 27th.
Okay.
She said it today. I said, sounds good, honey. And then summer's basically history. Still got like 2 weeks of summer though. By the time you get to like,
Technically, summer's until the end of September. Just saying.
well, homeschool parents.
You mean until school starts? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. It's
The
like
vaccinated
yeah, you got
school
more. I think
starts.
you got like 3 weeks because it's a late
have-
start, right? When is school? School starts like the second week of September now. The 1st is on a Tuesday. Do they start that first week?
Well, the 7th is Labor Day. Do you start the 8th?
You start after Labor Day, don't you?
No, yeah, after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it
So
the
it's like
next day.
It's a good. I don't know. I don't have kids in school. I thought they always started on like a Thursday.
Listen,
I
the
could
first
be wrong.
week
Could be
definitely have a day off.
Tuesday.
I don't know, but after the draft is 2 weeks off. So,
Yeah. Yeah. You got plenty of time.
and the draft order is based on what? Started to-
Reverse standings from max points. It's already the
it's
it's already there. You could go into the
I
draft.
think I
room.
won.
You're not 1-1. Tommy's 1-1, right?
I am. Oh no, I know first. I see the league I'm in. I have 2, 7, 3, 1, 4, 1. I'd love to see what I gave him. One. Oh god.
I hope it was good.
Tommy's 1-1.
Why you came in last?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Tommy came in last. Oh, you have first pick. No, you have first pick of the other rounds. 3-1, 4-1.
Oh wait, Tommy's 1-1 by himself. I'm his 7th actually.
Oh, you have a good team.
I have no first round pick.
I know. You traded it.
I need Barkley to be good. I got Puka and St. Brown.
Very good receivers. Who's your running backs?
Saquon and
You got Saquon. You're good.
Pollard.
Pollard? Yeah.
Pollard.
About that.
I really want to trade Puka, to be honest with you, but
I gave you offers.
everyone has.
So you don't really want to trade him.
It's not spicy enough for me.
You're going to be kicking yourself in the ass when he goes for like 300 yards this
It's
year.
hurt. It's already claimed my groin soreness. He's
Goes-
so young.
Goes to another rehab facility.
Stop. Edit that, please. Director.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I should have just took a deal on him. I lost out. Guy's worth nothing.
Who?
No, like anybody.
Yeah, those guys,
You know,
yeah.
somebody used to like offer you like $1 million straight for a guy. And you like decline, like, no, I need more. And then the guy like
You don't
winds
do it
up
anyway.
going, yeah, one more.
Yeah, man, whole infertility thing. That sucks. If I ever honestly, if I ever struck it rich, I would definitely donate money to. If you watched Lindsay Clancy case, I would donate to postpartum issues. Those therapists suck ass. But I would also dedicate a lot of money to infertility. That's torture. It's torture, and it's so expensive and not covered by insurance. But yeah, free Lindsay,
I keep saying that.
dude.
She's not gonna be free either way, even if they.
She's paralyzed.
No, but I mean, she
She
her only. Yeah, I was gonna say her only options are jail or the psych ward. She doesn't have another option.
I mean, free, not jail. Like, I don't know, man. So you did your homework on it?
I looked up what it was about. Yeah, I mean, I read the story. What?
Kristen never mentioned it.
No, Kristen never mentioned it. It's just, I mean, it's just such a horrific story, man.
I feel like that's like perpetual doubt in Jesus. Like when kids have cancers and they die and stuff like that. Like I know a little girl died when she was like 5, 4. We like do golf fighting every year for her. She's like died of cancer. Like, how the fuck's that happen? And the answer is you can't really question it because there's no answers.
Yeah.
You can't make sense of it. But like honestly, like you also can't fault a parent that loses their child at 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't fault them for being like, fuck God. You know, I mean, really?
I mean,
really?
temporarily or forever. I mean, like the idea is that, you know,
you took my kid for what? I'm just playing the villain here. I'm not. I think there's a reason for everything. I think it's impossible for you to know now here on Earth, but I feel like there's something. Maybe there'll be like some type of research done or like organs donated. Like, well, then we gotta sacrifice my kid, not your kid. So like, that's a tough one. And there's no answer for it. There's no answer.
Well, there's an answer. We just don't know it,
Right,
and we're not supposed to know it. It's not supposed to be something that we're.
Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of debate on whether God does things on purpose to punish people, right? Because in the Old Testament, we know that he did that, but the idea is because of Jesus, he doesn't like do that anymore. Like he doesn't purposely. It's like, okay, he'll let something happen, but he doesn't purposely do something just to punish you. In other words, he'll purposely do something in order to have a good outcome, a better outcome. Right. But there's no like punishment. Like he's not like, okay, you've been disobeying me, I'm going to do this now. Like, it's just not how it works. So the idea is you got to trust that it's tough, man. And you know what's funny? I just heard this, like, I don't know why I clicked on some clip of this old I don't even know where he was. So it was like an old clip too. It was probably from like 20, 30 years old, but this old pastor is telling the story about some woman who goes to his church, this older woman who like so dedicated to Jesus, like dedicates every aspect of her life, like just full on like worships and praises Jesus with everything she does, like wholly and happily and just completely content. And it was something where like the pastor had was talking to her about some like, oh man, she's really something, like she's, really amazing. And he was like, yeah, well, do you know her like story? And he was like, what do you mean her story is that she worships Jesus every day? And he's like, no, like she's got a story though.
Right.
And he was like, well, what's this? And he was basically explain that she had a husband and 2 sons, and I think they were it was like a Saturday and they were going to go fishing somewhere, and they got in the car and left, and she stayed home. And somewhere along their way, they had stopped somewhere, and they were basically killed by somebody. They killed them with a shotgun. They shot the husband and both sons, killed all three of them. And they said that after the funeral, they were, the people, what can we do for you? The pastor at the time was, what can we do for you, whatever. And she basically said, oh, I just want to make sure I get to church tomorrow. And she's like, I need to praise Jesus. And they couldn't and they were like, well, how are you handling everything? And she's like, no, she's like, listen, God knows best. These are all his decisions, and this is he knows what's best for everybody. If this is his decision, this is his decision. I just want to get back to church and continue to pray Jesus. And she lived the rest of her life that way. And it's crazy.
It's crazy.
But it's like,
it's
I mean,
admirable.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Robinsons.
Yeah.
Sadie Robinson had a guest on. I can't tell you the name, but whatever, irrelevant.
Yeah.
But this husband and wife came on, and this woman gave birth to I think daughter, maybe son. And 2 days later, after the hospital, baby was cold. It was reading 80 something percent body temperature, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, thing died, right? 2 days later, and she was there was no crying. It was almost weird. She was retelling a story, to Sadie and her husband.
Yeah.
And she was she was like, I don't know why God used me for that small life of this amazing baby, but I'm so happy it's the baby's back with Jesus. And I was like, whoa. And then she was like, I felt like it's commendable. I'm not getting on. She was like, it's Jesus' child anyway. I was just a facilitator. I was just
babysitting.
And as the baby was dying in her arms, she was like, Jesus, take the baby if you wish. I'm like, that wouldn't be how I reacted. My wife, but I'm like, she was actively watching this baby pass away, and almost just returning it to Jesus. And the Robinsons were basically crying on a podcast, listen to him, and she was like, no, we had another kid. It was I'm like, strength, faith like that, dude.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's fucking nuts.
It's wild, but I mean, that's
your child's dying in your arms, and you're like, if Jesus wants this, it's cool.
I mean, it's tough, but that is the reality.
It is, and it was actually comforting me listening to the story. I'm like, we are borrowed from Jesus. We are borrowed from, higher power, and but your kid's actively dying, and you have that faith to be I'm sure in a moment when EMT showed up and stuff like that, it probably wasn't that mellow, but to actually go through that and be I'm like, wow, that is crazy faith, and I just pray for you that you be sincere and just wow, it was pretty flooring.
Yeah, it's
and then she was like, the baby's hypothermic, the baby's this, what the paramedics are trying to do, CPR and the mask and the bag and everything. I'm just Jesus, if you want to bring this baby back, it's okay. It's yours anyway. I'm like, fuck. But I mean, I'm sure it helped. Yeah, I mean
Well,
that's crazy faith.
it helped, but it helps to know that before that like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you understand, that's the whole thing. Like, if you understand that mentality before something like that happens, it makes it a lot easier to deal with because you already have that mentality. Like, my brother used to say that probably years ago, or I guess like maybe after the twins were born, but he would say that, and it's like, thought he was crazy for saying, but I guess it makes, he'd be like, these aren't my kids. I'm just babysitting. Like, you say that all the time. Like, these are God's kids. I'm just babysitting. I'm just
That's a
watching.
great way to
for
look
him.
at
Like,
it.
Well, the other thing is like what
I might try that.
they try to like
Which is very true, but I might try that.
One of the things like they try to get you to understand is like,
to watch a baby die and be like,
No,
this
I
guy's
know.
kids, like,
But
2 months old.
the idea is like, however much you love your kids, God loves them 1,000 times more than that.
Right.
But that's the idea, right?
Right.
The idea is that like, you think that your kids are supposed to come first and they're not. God is supposed to come first.
Right.
You think you can protect your kids 24/7? No, you can't. You're at work. How are you protecting your kids? But you know who can? God can protect your kids 24/7. That's the idea is like, okay, God, you come first, protect my kids. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I can. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, I can protect them when I'm around them, maybe.
Right. I can worry about them a lot.
You can worry about them, sure. You can worry about them. But God loves them more than you, so
God made them.
And God made them. God could take them away. That's like the whole mentality is like, if you understand
taking away
that,
part's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't describe it, but I mean, like that's the Clancy. Like, how do you describe that to her husband? You know.
But that's the thing. Like,
I know
there's
the
this
devil
whole
involved, the evil one involved.
The whole argument is like, if you don't believe in God, He can't help you because you don't believe in Him, or He can help you. I guess maybe it's hard to differentiate, but it's like, He can do whatever He wants. So technically He can help you, but He chooses not to because you don't believe in Him. Like, the idea is like, the reward is in the prayer, right? Like, you have, it's actually the reward is in the faith, really, but through prayer you achieve more faith. The more you pray, the more faith you build, right? That's how you build your faith in Jesus is through prayer.
Right.
So the idea is like, the more you talk to Him, the more you pray, the higher your faith gets, the more He is able to help you through your faith in Him. That's what all the stories in the Gospels correlate to. Because of your faith, you were healed. If you had the faith of a mustard seed, you could move those mountains. Like, everything had to do with the amount of faith that you had. If you had the faith, then it could be done. If you don't have the faith, well, how much faith do you have? Do you have 80% faith? Do you have 90% faith? 90%? I mean, like, it's almost impossible to have 100%. Having 100% faith would mean that when you pray to God to X for something, you 100% expected that it would happen.
Right.
Who can do that?
Same day.
Who can do that?
Yeah.
Not same day, just in general.
Right.
My whatever relative has cancer. Jesus, take away the cancer. Okay, we're good.
Right.
Who walks away like that? You should, because he can. You know he can. But the idea is you can't. So you can't have that 100% faith. But if you did, you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's building that faith, right? And the thing is, the more you pray and the more you see your prayers answered, the more your faith builds. That's why you can only build your faith through prayer. And another thing that I didn't understand for a long time. I'm just saying I didn't pray for a long time because I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I'd be like, oh, God knows what I'm thinking.
I pray every night.
I mean, He does, but
I've been praying every night for a long time. I do. Other Catholicism. You guys do it, Our Father?
No. I mean, you can. It's in the Bible.
Hail Mary.
I don't think the Hail Mary actually is in the Bible. I don't know where that came from.
So anyway, every night I pray.
Okay.
One or the other. Put my kids to bed. Usually, sometimes not, but I have them pick. I do it, and I thank God every day for after the prayer's done. I say thank you, Jesus, for blessing me with two healthy children, lovely parents, in-laws, good to the whole family, and thank you for health. Health is, I always say, like, health is wealth. Like, thank you so much. please make tomorrow a beautiful, special day. And as kids, like holding hands and everything.
It's great. I love it. I could never get my kids to sit still for that long to do that.
Do. Sometimes I can just say, "Look, do the Hail Mary." All right. He's like, "Oh, Julie, do the Our Father." How does it start? But then I do the prayer, and I always just say thank you for a beautiful, safe, happy, healthy day. Please give us another tomorrow. And that's it. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit. But I feel like I'm having an impact on them. To some extent.
No, it definitely does.
They
Definitely
might fall
does.
asleep halfway through, but it's
does.
like listen, man, you can the level of Christ in your life varies. Can't be done here. If it's not up here, I hope it's like, my kids always just give thanks. We're all so lucky. We're all so blessed. Like there's someone up above, like let's just give thanks. Like Luke today at a basketball camp, and he was like, "No," he looked upset when he left, and I was like, "You right?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "You have a good day?" He said, "No, I made new friends." I said, "Let's give thanks to God." They got a car, and he's like, "Thank you, Jesus." At first, he was like, not saying it. I'm like, "Thank you, thank you, Jesus." New friend, it's stupid shit like that, but it's like, but like it again, foundation. It just
all right, yeah, no, 100%.
Though we're Catholics, not Christians.
Hey man, as long as you
As
have
long as you- that's
listen,
what I'm
I don't care what you do. What I think the Catholicism like robbed of me was having a relationship with God.
Boring as fuck. But
No,
your parents making you get up and you don't want to get up robbed you of,
No, what
don't blame.
they don't, because they don't, like, I feel like the Catholic Church doesn't care if you like have a relationship with God. Like they care that like you're confessing your sins to the priest. Confess your sins to God. Why do you need what? There's never,
I never do that.
Dude. But there's no need for a middleman. Well, why is there a middleman?
Listen, man.
Talk to God yourself. Why do you have to talk to the priest? It doesn't make any sense. It's just one of those things where they like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll talk to God for you.
The Roman Catholic.
Tell me your prayers. What do you want to pray for? I'll pray for him.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like
that's one of the things I did in the past where I was like, I'm not going to confession. I'm going to talk to Jesus every night.
But that's all you need. You don't need like.
Don't need to know.
That's just the whole. That's the only thing. I don't like.
I get that. I get it.
I want everybody to have a personal relationship with God. However you get there, I don't care. But if you're going to Catholic Church and you're not, or you're only going on Easter and Thanksgiving, on Easter and Christmas, because that's all the Catholic Church really cares about, and you're paying. I mean,
nah, it's superficial.
You're doing like rituals and they mean nothing because you don't really care. Like you don't really.
Don't let it aggravate, because it doesn't aggravate people. Do it. Nah, it's superficial. But for some.
So if I do a sermon, you're not going to come? You're going to go to your Catholic church?
Which Sunday?
No,
telling you right now,
we're talking
Sunday the 27th.
Years down the road.
No, you're not. You're fucking ready.
I wish I was ready.
You are ready.
I'm not even close. I haven't even started yet.
Here's what I said, Jamie. You're an asshole. You're ready.
No.
She thinks she's unavailable to like train and like be a mom sometimes. I'm like, you're an asshole. You're fucking meant for this. Like, just do your thing. Like, and you were ready for it. Your mom's got to prove. No. Big Linda's got to prove.
No, my mom definitely doesn't think I'm ready.
Oh, well,
I don't think I'm ready. I'm not there. I'm not at the. Listen, I wish I was. And I thought. I mean, you know what? You're right. I probably thought I was for a while. Like, oh, I could do this. And then, like, when I really started digging into it, I'm like, I don't know anything.
I mean, you're taking too far into it.
No, I'm not. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
But you go too far. You yourself go too far.
I'm not going too far. I wish I was. I thought I didn't need to go that far. I'm telling you, I'm
You're looking to dissect Luke.
Yes, but that's what you have to do.
You don't.
Yes, you do. Well, maybe not, but it depends.
To inspire people, no, you don't.
If you don't actually know what you're talking about, it's very hard to talk about it.
But you know what you're talking about.
It's way more in depth than you think. It's way more in depth than you think.
People aren't coming Sunday for that.
I don't know what people are coming to say. All I know is that if
One of
somebody
those,
asks
Mike
me a
wants you to
question,
talk.
I better be able to answer the question,
No. You're new to this.
which is why I shouldn't be doing it.
No.
If you're not ready to get up there and be that guy, then you can't do it. You got to be ready.
Oh.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It matters to the people who run the church. That's Mike and
Yeah.
his mother friend. So when they
They're
tell
asking
me,
you to do it.
no, not yet. He told me 3 years.
Okay, well, when they're ready, you're ready. 3 years, he said?
He said maybe 3. It really all depends. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It could be 3 years. It could be 5 years. It could be 1 year. Who the hell
We got a
knows?
5-hour podcast that lasts 2 hours on theories of.
We've only been talking about Jesus for like the last hour and a half. I don't know what to do with this now. You want me to edit 5 hours of this?
This is what I expected.
Next time I'm putting you on a clock and
It's not me.
you've had
it's you,
enough.
man.
Oh, it was me. I asked you if you had to go to the bathroom. I said, you want to end it? You were like, no, keep it going.
James was like, how long is it? 2 hours.
And then you poured another drink.
Yeah, my fault. I know.
You said one more. I'm like, okay, I guess we can keep going. It's your fault. I don't care. I'll sit here all night. I'm just saying.
So long too. Child acceptance.
No, yeah.
Good time, man.
Great time. Now you know why I like doing this.
When you start the can't drink anymore because whatever, I'm leaving you.
I never said I can't
And
drink.
Jesus drank wine. I'm just
Jesus
saying.
drink. I said don't get drunk. No, I'm just perception.
So in Florida, I look at this map all night. This is like such a great map, by the way. It really is. I love it. I love it. But the two, you cut it off.
What's up?
Southeast Florida
Yeah.
is a blue and a red. But what states?
Southeast over here. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
What cities we're looking at?
Oh, first of all, these pins are kind of random. I didn't. They're not.
They're random.
Well, they're not. They're not places I've been. I mean, some of them might be, but like a lot of them was just like me.
I
Like,
this was. I like go outside. It's been to Utah, Colorado.
oh no. I never.
No,
been
what do you
to
mean,
those
no?
Places.
This whole thing's a farce.
It's not. Yeah, basically. I haven't updated this thing. First of all, I did this. I put those pins in like 6 years ago, and I was just putting pins in like random places I thought would be cool to go. I haven't updated either. So I have been to places that aren't on here. Like, look, I've been to all over here. And there's no
I based
pins
this whole
there.
conversation on this thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
What conversation?
Oh, Tennessee to Kentucky to
I've been to
Missouri
all those
to
places
New
in
Orleans to
Tennessee. I've been
Texas. I'm
there,
like,
I've
wow,
been
this
there.
guy's.
Ask me about it. I never been to Memphis, and I have a pin there.
Hunter's got
I
lit.
haven't been to Lubbock, but I've been here.
Hunter's got.
I've been to
beat
Waco.
by fucking forever. Holy
I've been
shit.
to Austin. I just haven't been to like some of them are right. I definitely never been to Iowa or Wisconsin
Wild.
or Illinois or Indiana or Ohio. Oh no, I went to Columbus, Ohio. There's a pin in that. You thought I went to all those pins, bro? That would take me forever.
You've been driving around forever. I'm like,
Nah, I haven't got to that many places. I should update it though and update the pins to places I've been.
why
I
would
guess that
you?
would
Why
make
would
more
you pin
sense.
places you haven't been?
Well, they were supposed to be color coordinated, so it's supposed to be like
places I've been.
blue and green
Like,
were
wow,
supposed to
I've
be
been in
places I've
Michigan,
been.
Wisconsin. I'm like, holy shit.
Blue and green were supposed to be places I've been, and then red were places I want to go.
So you got no.
Well, I never updated
Well, who's the blue spot southeast Florida?
this.
Yeah.
This
No. Southeast Florida.
This?
Yeah. Spot for Florida.
Oh, it's supposed to be Port St. Lucie. I went to Port
Ah.
St. Lucie.
Big letdown.
But a lot
Big
of these,
letdown.
but see, that's the
Now
thing.
I feel more normal. Like, oh, Danny hasn't gone to half these places.
No, I haven't gone to. No, I mean, I've been like, see, like this is red, but I went to Waco. I just never updated it. I went to Fort Worth. I just never updated it.
But every red was the spot you've been to.
No. But yeah, see, like over here, I've been to Phoenix. I've been to Sedona.
Scottsdale.
I never been to San Diego. Well, kind of been to San Diego.
Kind of
I
been
never
to
been.
San Diego.
Well, because I went for a day. I went to. Oh man! You know what's funny? I was trying to figure out. I think I can actually play music.
I was gonna ask.
No, if I play because I think if I play it on my Spotify, it comes through the headphones, but doesn't get recorded through the speaker. You know what I mean? Because you hear it through here, but it doesn't.
Right. So it would not ultimately get.
You're hearing it, but it's
Right.
not being recorded.
All right.
I think. All right, test that.
I guess.
Did you say long podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably my longest one. Nice. It's gonna take me all day now to edit this.
For some reason, it's just something I kind of like started myself, but I always pray for a certain group of dead people. I don't know if that means any sense, but like my grandfather, my grandmother, people that really meant a lot to me, that it's not kind of like departed early, unsuspectedly, you know. But I always
So you're praying for people who are already
dead.
in heaven. Already. Okay.
Yeah, I basically asked them to like watch me, and like vice versa. Like please pray for their souls, and like made this thing whole thing of myself. But pray for their souls. Please let them rest in peace. Please watch me. Is that crazy?
I don't know. I've never heard of
Does
it.
everyone know? No, I made up myself, but like like I tell you, my grandpa, grandma, my aunt and uncle that died like out of nowhere. And then like my dad's friend Frank, Hank, Charlie, other guy too, Sheriff. I'm like, just pray you're all doing well up there, you know, like please watch over me. I like the saints or anything, but like can't hurt, you know?
All right.
That's like, and then I just like pray for a good day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can't hurt to pray for
I mean,
a
it
good
can't
day.
hurt, right?
I'm sure there's people in your life that pass away, and you're like, better joy in paradise. Fail me now. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could pray to them.
Not if they're like saints or why not? I don't know. That's what I did. Then I started snoring. To be praying for them, not the right word, but I'm like, after I talked to Jesus, like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess it can't hurt. I don't know.
everybody knows. It's the beauty of it.
I don't know what power they have to help you or not. I don't.
Yeah. It's so they're in God's hands and do what they can do and can't pay for me if they can. If not,
Right.
when you close your eyes at night, what do you pray? Do you cry?
At night?
Like when you're like kids are in bed, person's snoozing, what's your like prayer? And you're like, okay, you're to bed.
I don't really. I'm not in the habit of praying here, only because I'm never like.
You don't pray for you to close your eyes?
No.
Kind of Christian are you?
Is that a Christian thing?
No, I have no idea.
The idea that way it's always explained is like praying is almost like it's almost like meditating. Like you're supposed to be in like a private by yourself. Like, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess if you could, I mean, I guess me and Kristen fall asleep at like the same time. Really, I never really. I don't know.
You have a 3-year-old kicking their ribs in 2 hours?
None of my kids have ever slept at night in my bed. With me here, at least. I mean, when I'm at work, maybe they do, but never while I'm here. I'm very firm on that, Kenny. Got to put your foot down somewhere.
Put your foot down, Julie, next time you see it.
So
he's put his foot down on you. Good for that.
The only time I'm actually alone is when I'm in my car driving to and from work. So that's when I pray and talk to Jesus.
Your last thoughts of the day. I'm not judging. Please, you're way more.
My last thoughts of the day.
When you close your eyes and feel a little peace, a little comfort. No? No prayers?
No.
You ready to say peace?
Maybe I will now that you said it, though.
Yeah.
It's a nice idea.
The Catholic guilt. Oh, but sometimes
No, I like taking people's ideas and, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No.
Nobody's ever said that to me. Nobody's ever been like, oh, you should pray before you go. I've heard pray before you eat. I've heard pray when you wake up, actually. I've heard that a lot. Pray when you wake up. Pray before you go to sleep. Well, with the kids, I guess. I pray with the kids before they go to sleep, but never before I go to sleep.
I pray with them and then me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I never.
Sometimes when I pray, if I do both kids, I'm like, I really pray again. But I do just one kid, and I'm like,
so you pray for one kid, but let the other one.
No, I do both kids, asshole. If Jamie does one kid and I do the other, let's say she does Luke.
Okay.
Julia, I do. She won't let me do. Julie won't let me put her to bed, so forget her. But I do.
Really?
Yeah. She's so dramatic. It's crazy. But I'll do Luke. I'll do Our Father, Hail Mary, and I will give thanks to everything in a day: the snacks, the sunshine, the food, being healthy, this and that, blah blah. And then I'll like usually sing a song. But what was I doing? Sorry.
We were talking about when we pray and who we're praying for and whatever.
Yeah. So then after the song, I'll do my usual. Look, we gotta pray for the ones that are not with us, uncle, aunt. Not, I shrink it down. But then I'll go to bed myself.
And you pray again.
And I do the whole thing. And I do I always pray for the dead people. I don't know. I just the ghost thing. I'm like, I need these people on my side. I know for sure these people are alive. But Father, Larry, Rosary, or whatever. But sometimes I just kind of let it go too. I don't know.
Do you ever pray with just you and Jamie?
Not as often as we should. That'd be nice. Talk with dead. You, Kristen?
Once in a while.
But
Not daily, but
how does that go? All right, so
I mean, I'll do the prayer.
I do most of the talking during prayer.
Yeah, I mean, unless she wants. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she'll grab me. She's like, "Let's pray," and she'll do the prayer. But most of the time, she wants me to do it, and I'll pray, or I'll pray, and then she'll add stuff on to the end that she thinks that I miss. But yeah, I think it's good to pray together. I mean, it's good to pray alone because the personal relationship with God is as far as having a private conversation with him where it's just you and him and you're kind of can just say whatever's on your mind and you don't really have to worry about it. You just lay it all out there and it's very easy to open up and surrender whatever you need to surrender and stuff like that. But it's also good. I don't know. I felt it's very helpful. Sometimes, my, Kristen's having a bad day. I'd be like, let's pray, and I'll grab her and we'll do a prayer together. It's much harder to pray with the kids. I'll pray at dinner, going to sleep. It's we used to pray all the time going to sleep, and then they would go bananas. And I'm like, I don't know how to calm you down to pray. So it's very hard. I got to work on a new way to get him into praying before we go to sleep.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. The kids.
It's definitely tough.
Tough. Wrap it up.
I would love to wrap it up. No, I mean, I had a great time. I think it's
I don't want to stop actually talking to you, but
I'm glad we were able to fill the time slot,
yeah, man. Hey, man.